So, welcome to Goblin Town.
We're back. We need to get you a like a clip that you can just play, Daryl. That's like a crowd screaming and yelling in the background.
Put an air horn in it with a wham 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 wham.
Yeah. That'd be perfect.
I want my Vuvuzela. Do I still have my Vuvuzela? Because I got a plastic Vuvuzela from like a dollar store when the World Cup was in South Africa.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. So let's see here. Let's review class. Did you all take notes from last lecture? Let's review.
No, I didn't.
Okay, so the Shovel Hobbs found something. Should it go to a museum? Should it stay in C2? Okay, so the party awoke the next day and went to check on Fred, and the party found Fred still snoring, but Whistle had disappeared. Okay, so I'm getting a little bit of static sound. Are you getting static sound?
I don't hear anything.
I'm getting that.
I hear it too. Daryl, try talking.
Static is coming from Ellie.
Oh, is it?
Oh, hang on.
Yeah, it's
let me
like
mute.
light. I was gonna say it's like light feedback, so it might be if your mic sensitivity is turned up just slightly too high.
Okay, let me mute myself and fix it.
Okay, so the party awoke, found Fred still snoring, and had disappeared. They had decided to let make her decisions. She's an adult. They assume as such. I don't know if anyone's particularly familiar with goblin physiology here, except for Gradal. They had a discussion with the professor, and they decided to return. The party decided to return to Oak Ridge, and before returning, they explicitly warned and explained to the professor not to touch certain mysterious artifacts made of a strange, mysterious space metal, possibly space titanium. The party left the camp. They left Fred behind. Fred had decided to continue his career as an archaeologist. And the party made their way down the mountain. However, the party almost got caught in a terrible snowstorm. They took shelter in a cave, which happened to have a cave bear in it. Fortunately, Gradal befriended the bear. And when they awoke the next morning, they found that 12 feet of snow had fallen over the mountainside. The Gradal and Zvarin used Thunder Wave to clear a way through the snow to get to the stream, and they followed the stream down the mountain until they got to Oak Ridge. Although not without a theory, almost succumbing to the effects of frostbite. They eventually made it back to town, where they entered in the tavern called Trowels and Fossils. And they warmed their feet by the fire. And so we're now in this tavern beside a raging fire inside the mouth of a carved sort of statue. And that head has very large teeth and bulging eyes. And all of the people that fill this tavern seem to be dwarves. Okay. And there we are. Okay, so any questions? Anything you'd like to add?
What's the name of that tavern again?
Oh, Travels and Fossils. It's actually in the
Oh my
Roll20
God.
chat.
Oh.
Now, if I recall, it appeared that these dwarves were here for some kind of convention. And as is typical for a convention, we're all hanging around at the bar and talking shop. Is that correct?
I don't remember if they specifically said convention, or I don't remember if I specifically said convention. But they all seem to be familiar with each other. Most of them, anyway.
Interesting.
They were wearing tweed jackets, weren't they, with patches on the elbows?
Well, I finally got some actual pictures up, so let me see if I can pull them out. So these are just a few of the illustrations that I have ready for us. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, just 3. Da, 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 da.
Last year, I published 3 papers under the scientific journal. Oh dear. Is that a trowel in the hair of the first one?
Is that Darwin?
These look
am
like-
loving this.
These look like solid academics.
See, hopefully I got. Maybe make this one slightly larger. Get to scale. I'll get.
The one in the middle looks like my predecessor at BSU.
Is that
Am
a
I
good
wrong,
thing or a
Jake?
bad thing?
Can confirm. Can confirm.
Can't confirm. Like all I need is like a Hawaiian shirt or like a
Oh my
printed
god.
shirt and remove the glasses, and there you are.
I feel like I've taken classes in the past from the one on the right.
Really?
Right?
Yeah. Hell, it kind of looks like my grad school advisor. Shit.
Okay. All right. So, so these are the dwarves, or these are a small sampling of the dwarves in Tavern. Also before I forget, I would actually like to rewind a little bit. Let's actually go back up to Let's go back to the shovel hobs. So if we remember with the shovel hobs, so actually let's go to the shovel hobs one. Let's see if I have there we go. We're gonna go up to the shovel hobs. We're gonna do the shovel hobs one. Okay. So I actually want to redo a little bit from actually 2 sessions before. Dagmar had finally worked her way out of the tent in which she had been trapped in by the shovel hobs after she had how do you say, appropriated the tent and its sleeping facilities. Okay. I assume, Dagmar, you went to sleep somewhere else, or what did you do, Dagmar? Do you remember?
Once I got out of the tent,
Yeah.
yeah, I would have probably grunted about it, angrily stomped off and headed back towards a tree as I usually do. I just wanted to get a little bit of nice, luxurious beauty sleep that night for whatever reason, but I'll just go back to my rough and tumble life now.
Are you trying to guilt the DM? Well, it's not
Yeah.
gonna work.
Damn it!
Okay. So, so back at the shovel hobs. The next morning you woke up, so you would have woken up, seen the shovel hobs having breakfast. The when they were preparing breakfast, they would have been singing a song you had not heard before. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna pause the music. Alright, and so you hear wafting across the campsite, along with the clink-clack of pots, pans, and spoons. You hear them, the shovel hops singing. And you hear them singing thusly. Wobbly, wobbly, dumpity dees. Or
Oh my God.
dumpity dies. First observe, then hypothesize. Okay. Gobbly. Let me try this again. I knew I practiced this so much, but I forgot to do this. Practice this week. Okay, so we can go. Okay. Gobbly, wobbly, dumpity dies. First observe, then hypothesize. Gobbly,
God.
wobbly, dumpity do. Third, we test whether false or true. What does it mean when you take the host's bed? Hogging the pillows just for your own head? How many points of data do we use when criticizing her abuse? It must be double-blinded. Gobbly, wobbly, dumpity dear. If you want to pass review by peer, don't be like Dagmar ruling by fear. Be like the shovel Hobbs, dumpity do. Okay, there you go.
What the fuck?
Oh my god, Daryl, that was fucking amazing.
My face hurts.
I love you, Daryl. That's awesome.
Dagmar, reaction, please.
Oh my god! How do I react to that? Oh. Holy shit, I feel like I need a moment of composure. She's gonna get up out of her bedroll. She's not fully done with sleeping yet. She wants to get a bit more, winks in there, but she's gonna stomp over to them like they're seagulls or pigeons, like in her way, thinking that she can scatter them off by yelling at them. And she's gonna go over and be like, "Shut up! Shut up! I'm trying to sleep! Shut up!"
So they react appropriately. When you come within possible striking distance, possible kicking distance, they part. They part out of your way. But as soon as you sort of walk away, they quickly fill in back where they were. So if you proceed to walk into the crowd, they end up forming like a circle around you.
No.
If you taste them, they always run just out of reach.
She just kind of approaches them, says all that, and then turns around and makes her way back to the bedroll.
Oh, there we go.
And I assume there's a surprise waiting for her at the bedroll at this point.
Well, if you would like, Gradal, how would you like to retcon this? When and where do you put the syrup?
Retcon and all.
In her bedroll, I believe I did it at morning. I snuck out of morning breakfast when everybody else was eating.
Okay. So
I took some of the syrup from the pancakes.
Yeah. So Dagmar, you wouldn't have gone in then. You would have been eating that stack of pancakes, right? You would have had like a stack of like 20 pancakes. And that's when that's when Gradal would have
Gotcha.
snuck it in.
So then when I go back to my bedroll and like fold it up and then lift it up, the maple syrup probably gets all on me at that point.
Yes.
Okay, very nice, very nice. I'm going to scream. I'm in rage. I'm going to roll for initiative.
Against who? You don't know who did it.
I'm gonna think it's all the goblins that are singing. So all of those casualties are on your hands, Grandma.
No. All right. Hold on a second. I want to see if I have calm emotions.
You
Let me
have
check
it
my spell
prepared?
list.
I will
Hold on.
counter that so fast.
Ow.
I gotta see if I have it prepared. I'm checking now.
Okay.
It feels like this would be a really fun time to drop a little zone of truth, but I'll hold myself back a little bit.
No,
oh,
I
that
don't.
could have helped
I
me.
don't. I don't have it prepared.
Aha.
Wait. Calm emotions? What level is that? Oh, is that a different... I'm looking at the player's guide. It's not a player's guide?
Yeah, I think it's actually a cleric spell and not a druid one.
Yeah, because I'm like, it's not on the druid list.
Calm emotions.
I got confused. I thought it was in the druid list, but it's in the. I don't have the entire druid list memorized. I'm just
Yeah,
sort of
so-
checking it.
Yeah,
I have it in.
let's-
I have it in a list that I could do, but I don't have it ready.
Yeah.
Nothing can stop my wrath.
Okay, if you'd like, Jaguar, roll that initiative.
I'll
Seeing what's happening, I'm gonna call out Dagmar. They didn't do it. I did.
You...
I'm gonna slowly turn around.
I'm gonna wave and smile at her.
I'm gonna approach Gretel. I'm standing like over half, like double his height, triple
I'm
his
gonna
height.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the dodge action while I wait.
Well, as a goblin, you do have a couple extra things.
Oh, sorry, I have that. Don't I? Yeah, I think I have that as a
him.
bonus action.
Yeah.
I'm
As
gonna
a...
stand over Gretel and I'm gonna say, "You. I thought we were friends."
We're friends.
First flowers, now this. Tree
I-
piss.
I'm sorry. What was that last one?
You put tree piss in my bedroll.
Ah,
I apologize to all the Canadians listening to this.
you realize that you just ate an entire stack of pancakes covered in that tree piss, as you so lovingly call it.
That's where I wanted it. I didn't want it all over my bedroll. How am I gonna get this out?
That just makes it worse.
Well, I'm sorry that you found yourself in such a sticky situation.
Oh my god!
I'm just gonna keep smiling at her, like Gretel still thinks that it's a sweet, good-natured prank.
You're going to take my bedroll and you're gonna give me yours.
Good
I
luck
don't even-
sleeping in a goblin-sized bedroll.
I don't even care that I can't fit in it. You're gonna hand it over and I'm gonna use it as a pillow. Hand it over.
Okay. I hand over the bedroll, and I'll take the sticky one. And
So
I yank it out of his hands and then
I'll
take
take the Dagmar bedroll, and I'll just sort of like if there's any like large bits of maple syrup, I'll just sort of wipe it on Dagmar's arm to get some of it off. And
Oh no, you don't.
Rattle
I'm
woke up and
enraged.
chose violence today.
I'm enraged.
Dagmar, I'd like to rage first off.
I would like to rage.
And let's see, because let's see. I'm just trying to see if I've got a cantrip or something that can wash this bedroll stuff off the bedroll.
you don't have
If I
to
had
create water.
if I had prestidigitation, that would be perfect.
I'll take this.
And I do have create water. I just don't have it prepared, so I'll have to wait until tomorrow.
We could have the mage
So-
hand clean it for you.
Oh, that'd be lovely.
Don't help
Thank
him.
you.
No.
I'm not helping. The mage hand's helping.
The mage hand
Oh
is
my
just a
God.
hand. It's a magical hand, but it doesn't like magically
It's
clean
cleaning.
stuff.
It's not magically cleaning. It'll use cleaning tools to clean it.
Oh my god. Why couldn't you have offered that up earlier when the bedroll was in my hands?
Because you were all rude about it.
Oh my god.
Just think of another prank to get me back, preferably one that doesn't involve bloodshed, and we'll be even.
DM,
Yes.
are you there?
Yes.
Are you with us, DM? Give us a sign.
I'm going to reach down, and I'm going to grab the flowers over Rattle's shoulder.
Okay.
Do I need to roll for this?
Well, I mean, you just grab him unless he's trying to prevent you from doing anything.
I'm going to grab them and pick them up.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and let her.
Okay. I'm going to take all of those flowers, all of them, and I'm going to walk over to Fred. Is he here?
Yeah, I mean, you're still having breakfast together, so yeah.
I'm walking to Fred. I'm going to tap his shoulder as gently as I possibly can.
Okay.
I'm going
Like
to
a
say,
punch?
Fred. And then he's going to turn around. And I'm going to hand him the flowers, all of them. And I'm going to say, you are now my favorite goblin.
Oh, snap.
Oh no. What could this mean?
Actually sweet. That's actually sweet. And I'll just shrug and start druid crafting another bouquet of flowers. And when I'm done with that, I'll just go ahead and put it in my back.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Friendships,
Fred.
Friendships, baby.
This torment for me, please.
Oh yeah,
Now
because
Fred's never gonna want to leave your side.
Gradal's winning because all Gradal wanted was for everyone to be friends anyway. So
Oh god.
Pretty much.
you gave him what he wanted.
Okay, and then to end this little retcon episode here, I'm going to walk back to Gradal on my way back to the tree where all my stuff is located. I'm going to pass him. I'm going to nudge him with my knee because that's as tall as he is. I'm going to nudge him on my way to the tree, and I'm going to say, I liked Midnight Dahlia better. And keep going on my way.
And I'll just sort of giggle. No, she does. I'll sort of giggle. I'll know she doesn't mean it, and I'll just
I mean it.
smile and keep cleaning up the bedroll.
I'll plan to yank that back from him once it's clean. The end.
All right. Okay. DM needs to write some notes down.
Oh my god.
Okay. Well, there you have it, folks. That's how the party used conflict resolution to set aside the differences.
Oh, we're good at that.
The party then had the conversation with the professor and made their way down the mountainside. So I assume that you actually didn't really need thunder wave to get through the snow. You probably just needed a Dagmar's temper to melt the snow, but that's fine.
Oh no, Thunderwave was cooler. Dagmar didn't want to help because Dagmar was still pissed off.
My rage duration didn't wear out yet.
All right.
Dagmar's
Busy
like,
with the bear.
Dagmar's like actively trying to fill the snow back in because we pissed her off.
All right. I'm honestly unsure how to follow up on this, but okay, here we go. So, fast forward, back to Oak Ridge. Here we are.
Oh my god.
So, now that we've settled that, okay, so, oops. Huh. Okay. Alright, so we are... Okay, so we're still looking at the... we're back to the tavern. Now, I'm gonna leave the tick right here, because I like the tick. So, you're back at the tavern, hanging out with a lot of these dwarves. Everyone's having their favorite tavern beverage to help them warm up after all the snow.
Gretel's tears.
Okay.
You wish.
I mean, you could request that.
I was still whistling and.
You could request that of the tavern keep. However, I don't know how much trouble, or I don't know how successful the tavern keep will be, like grabbing Gradal and trying to squeeze tears out of him to fill a cup.
I mean, it could be like that episode of Futurama where they have to beat up Fry to get him to cry out the emperor that he accidentally drank.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Great episode.
Well,
No, we won't do that to you, Gretel.
if you want to take it a little more literal, you could like cut an onion in half and then like kind of shove it into his eye and try to squeeze his eye like an orange. Okay. So everyone's drinking their favorite drink: hot chocolate, eggnog. What else? What's another good hot warm drink? Ovaltine, apple cider. Okay, so you're in this tavern now, surrounded by these dwarves. Thinking about what what I'm trying to think of right now, and I would like you to think of is, how are you going to approach the situation now? Moo, who was one of the looters, is now dead, but the site remains open. There are still artifacts in circulation. So I want you to think of how you will now approach the situation. Is it a done deal? Are you going to go back home? What are you going to do?
Well, we know the source of the cursed artifacts, and unfortunately, it seems like we're pretty powerless to really do much about it. What does everybody else think?
Genera, you still want to get to the bottom of these artifacts, right? Like the one that's on your head for some reason. I'm eyeballing it.
I mean, my ultimate goal is to figure out how to destroy them.
Like the one on your head for some reason?
Yeah. Sure. Just
well,
that
if you
one.
hand it over to me, I could probably destroy it right here and now.
I can't.
I'm just staring at Daenerys, just like not even comprehending, just being like, all I have to do is just yank it off her head and smash it.
You can't break it like that, and I also can't give it to you.
I could take it from you.
You can't do that either.
What were you saying, Zvarn?
Do it.
Can I try? Do I have to sleight of hand this?
You can try. I mean, how are you going to approach pulling this thing off her head?
I'm going to say, I am coming towards you now, and I'm going to pull it off your head.
I mean, you can try. Good luck.
Go for it. You have to describe how you pull it off, though.
I reach down because she's, as tall as my knees, and
short. I am bigger than a goblin.
She is a hobgoblin.
Dagmar, that was a bit racist.
Oh my god. I'm gonna reach down and I'm gonna just yank it off. I'm just gonna put my hand on her head, pat her bald head a little bit, and then I'm just gonna yank it off.
It doesn't move.
Okay. I'm gonna try to flick it off with my finger.
Ouch.
Yeah, it like her head like whips back from the force of your flicking.
What? And
I
you can't
told
take it
you.
off either? You can't take it off either?
No. And so
Oh.
I pull it off. I can pull it off just fine.
Oh, then give it to me.
Go ahead, try and take it.
Okay, so she's holding it in her hands now.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to reach out and try to take them from her hands.
So it's like it feels like tug of war. You yank and you yank, but she doesn't let go. You can drag her across all over this tavern, but she never lets go.
I'm gonna grab one end of it and then start pulling, and then she's going to be dragged like a carpet. And I'm just gonna do circles around the tavern. I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna
Damn it! Stop, Dagmar! I can't let go of it! You can't take it from me. And it's not my choice.
I'm moving like left to right with it. My arm is like gripping it left to right like I'm fighting with a dog toy, and then eventually I give up and I let go. And Genera is just like in the stable with the horses, if there is one.
Jesus Christ, Dagmar. I swear to God, if I'm in horse shit.
And then the nearby horses that are watching all of this happen, I just look at them and I'm like, can you believe this shit? Can you believe this shit? And then I stomp off.
The horses are sitting there or standing there chewing, and they're like, "What's her problem?" Chew, chew, chew. Okay, so I do want to interject slightly. As Dagmar is dragging Jadira all around the floor, the dwarves, several of them actually get, well, like not a lot, maybe 2 or 3 of them get down on the floor and are like they seem to be investigating the drag marks in the dust on the floor that is left behind from Genera's feet as Dagmar dragged her across. And you see them like pull out little scrolls and notebooks and quickly scribble down furiously notes, and like as they sort of like look at the floor and then try to they seem to be looking something in the floor, something of interest to them. And so there's kind of almost like a cloud of dwarves following Genera and Dagmar as they get dragged around. As Genera gets dragged around.
The hell, did you piss your pants while I was dragging you around?
Oh my God. Listen, don't make me hurt you. I don't want to have to hurt you.
So I guess we approach these dwarves then, yeah? Roll for horseshit. Oh my god.
Well, once you actually leave the tavern, well, no. Once Dagmar let go and stopped dragging Genera, then they would have stopped, kind of looked at each other, compared notes, whispered rather excitedly, and then like hurried inside. Although, actually, no, take that back. It's not these 3 per se, but let's just say 3 dwarves. The first dwarf would be kind of following the track as you go back to the tavern, writing down a few more notes. The second dwarf, right behind that dwarf, looking at their footprints and quickly taking notes down. And then the third dwarf following after those 2, taking down notes and observing and investigating their footprints as they lead back into the tavern.
Those.
So then, huh?
Probably should figure out what that's about.
Well, yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, I've been dragged off to the stable. So this would leave.
My bad.
This would leave Zavarin, Gradal, and a theory to be like, what the hell are these dwarves doing?
Yeah.
I'll ask
so-
one. Do I see the one that looks like Kurt? I mean, the one that looks like. I only got that laugh for one person, and that's all I needed it for.
Wait, I didn't hear that. Who? That.
Nothing. You wouldn't know him, so it doesn't matter. Shout out if he's watching, which he's not.
He's not.
I know, but I have to. I mean,
I love the man though.
a legal obligation to do a shout out.
Yeah.
Is this one right here that I'm pinging? Is this one walking around?
So the three that were observed, we're gonna set them to. They're gonna be different. So there's these three here, because there's like dozens of dwarves here. So these three are specific dwarves that are sitting there doing their own thing, and then the three that followed after Janera and Dagmar, those are three different ones. Because actually,
That's fine. Then I'll just pick
Yeah.
the first one, the closest one to me, before he scurries or she scurries into the tavern, and
Uh-huh.
just say, "What on earth are you all doing?"
So the first one, okay, is like, oh, I'm just taking some notes. I'm doing observations.
I can see that, and why? On
Well-
such trivial matter.
Trivial. My goodness. I mean, this was an incredible opportunity to have a first-hand observation of wear and use on this tavern floor.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
Oh no! And why? And why, pray tell, do you need research on the wear and usage of the tavern floor?
What a silly question. Why not? I mean, right, how are we supposed to understand how are we supposed to understand? Let me think. I'm losing a little bit of language here for this. How are we supposed to understand artifacts that are left after, without doing some sort of modern day observations? It helps us understand how they came here. What is that word? I'm thinking of that word. Oh, I know this is me. Actually, Daryl, as a person, I forgot the word. What is it?
Experimental archaeology or replication.
Oh my
No.
god!
I was actually thinking of another one.
Yeah.
It's the study of how things come to be, like rotting corpses.
Phenomenology.
Not phenomenology. There's another one, I think. I'm trying to remember what it's called. There's another one. Anyways, whatever. There we go. There's your answer.
Interesting.
As an experimental archaeologist myself, I can see how people could very easily break into like a different subset of extremely like irritating, annoying tropes. And like I'm just picturing a bunch of experimental archaeologists, a gackle, if you will, if they at like
I will not.
at like a conference or something, they head over to the bar after the day of conferencing is over, and they're just like, yes, let's head over to the local bar and watch, subsistence strategies happen right before us. Let's see.
Isn't it more anthropology, sociology, rather than archaeology, though?
I mean,
Hey, step off my turf. Back up, Anna. Back up. Stay in your lane.
wow, okay. Shit.
Stay in your stratigraphy levels, please. Thank you.
Stay in your strata level.
Please, for the love of all things holy. I mean, and realistically speaking, character-wise, I think I can say that Zavarin is definitely more anthro than archeo.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm kind of rolling my eyes at these dwarves then.
Okay.
So, Janera, it looks like you didn't shit yourself We're dealing with a couple of wackos.
I don't know who you're talking to because I'm still in the stable.
God! I said your name!
Some of the dwarves look up at Dagmar and they're kind of whispering, like, "Who is he talking to?" And then some of them, like one of the dwarves who did the notes, starts to cross them out, and then you see in the notebook, like, what is it? Anomalous data.
Oh my god. Dagmar is just slowly losing her shit today.
All right then. They continue to whisper. Okay. Let me see here. Let's see. A couple of them are arguing. So let's see. The ones that let's make two of them argue right now. Okay, let's make this one and this one argue. Okay. And they seem to be comparing writing. Okay. So if you notice the one with the white beard, the white beard, right? He has a lot of things with writing on them, but they're like things. It's scrolls, it's sticks, it's bones, but they all seem to have some sort of carvings and markings and what appears to be writing on them. The one with the black beard, she has scrolls also, but most of her writing is on things that you consider to be like paper or vellum or parchment. And they seem to be arguing rather excitedly over whatever it is that they're holding.
Right.
Can I with my improved perception sort of discern what it is that they are holding?
Well, I mean, just as I described in whatever they're holding, like, right, the one with the black beard has books, paper implements with writing, and then the one with the white beard has, like the thing he's holding is, if you zoom in closely enough, I'll actually blow it up on the, so you can see it a little more clearly. So he's holding what looks to be kind of thin, flat pieces of wood, like almost like sticks, almost like popsicle sticks, and they're arranged in a long roll, and they seem to have some sort of writing on them.
Can I sort of read any of that writing over the person's shoulder at all?
Over.
What?
Wow.
Not you.
Well, you have to push a little bit because there's other dwarves kind of trying to peek in and try to read over his shoulder as well. Let's see, what languages do you understand, Gradal?
Common, Druidic, Elvish, Goblin, and Undercommon.
No, you don't understand it.
Interesting squiggle.
Wait, say it again.
Hey, Socrates, what are you holding over there?
Okay. Oh, sorry. Wait, say that again, Gretel. What languages do you understand? I forgot. No,
Gretel?
Gretel?
Yeah.
What languages do you understand?
Those are, again, Common, Druidic, Elvish, Goblin, and Undercommon.
Doesn't one of us speak or read, understand Dwarven as well?
Oh, well, I don't remember who does, though.
It is not me. I only got Common, Draconic, Goblin, and Undercommon.
Yeah, not me either.
I'm trying to remember where I have mine written down.
Do you not have it on D&D Beyond?
I might. Maybe I just don't speak any languages.
That would make sense.
Okay, so I got common, art, orc, and animals.
Orc. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're just arguing, and they're like, from what you can overhear from the argument, it's things like, we should use this. No, we should use that. No, but what about this date? No, that's too early. No, that's too late. Right? Can't you see this one here? This one is obviously connected to this one over here. No, no, no. That's it's a lot. And they seem to be comparing whatever writing that they have on them.
Does this tavern have alcohol?
It has all the alcohol that you can pay for.
All right, I'm just gonna go walk over and sit at the bar.
All right, sits at the barn at the bar. Hey,
That was my favorite thing ever mentioned on this entire campaign. Does this tavern have alcohol?
I have to. Can I remind you that I rolled a 9 for intelligence?
slightly below average. What about a theory? A theory. What are you doing right now? Are you stealing anything?
Stealing anything.
That's a bit classist, but whatever.
Steal some information.
Oh snap!
Are you gonna plagiarize?
I would have totally.
Oh snap! Plagiarizing like a boss.
Right? Well, I think I'm feeling better. I'm warmed up by the fire. I've had some tea, and I'm intrigued because I heard them mention the word artifacts, and I want to know if they know Dr. Zibagal Kaba.
Oh.
So I'm gonna.
We'll get it one day.
I'm gonna go up and ask the one on the left.
Okay, the one
Or I
with the black
guess I'll
beard.
ask. You know what? I'll ask the third one who's not in the middle of an argument. The
Okay,
one in the
so-
middle.
All right, so we're gonna
Kind of.
talk the one with the glasses then. All right, so the one with the glasses then. Okay, so we'll zoom on him a little.
Yeah, so I just walk up next to him and kind of look over and I'm like, hey, what are you doing here? What are you guys working on?
Oh, whoops.
I'm gonna
Okay.
strike up conversation.
So, as you come up to him, you see that he has what seems to be some sort of some sort of kind of a funny contraption. It's like a rectangular frame, wooden frame, and it seems to have some sort of cloth, like a thin cloth with kind of a loose weave and stretched over this frame, and he seems to have like dirt in it, and he's like shaking the dirt through this cloth, a screen, if you
Oh
will.
God, he's having.
And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm very busy. Work never ends. Okay, how can I help you?
Oh, so what do you do? What do you do for a living?
For a living, huh? A living.
That was a bad question. Pretty bad, no. Go ahead.
Well, why, my dear? I'm an archaeologist.
Wait,
There
do
seems
you
to
know-
be a lot of those.
do you
Yeah,
know
we're.
Dr. Zibel Kaba?
He lets out the biggest laugh you've ever heard. Some of the other dwarves who happen to be near you, who actually could hear you, because everybody else is talking, clicking glasses, and arguing, everybody who did hear it laughs hard.
Oh, so you know him.
Unfortunately, yes, I do. Or know of him.
Oh, so what's he like?
Hold on a moment. Okay. Oh well, he laughs again and like, Professor Zigzwutzer P. Onum Kol Jig Hig Kebab. Him? Well, I believe that the purpose of science is to serve people. However, he seems to regard science as some kind of a dodge or a hustle. His theories are the worst kind of popular tripe. His methods are sloppy, and his conclusions are highly questionable. A very poor science, in my opinion. Thank you, Michael.
I love it. Alright. We'll wait until after so I can actually explain that reference to everybody. But, yeah, I can see how that might be the case. We've actually just encountered him, and there are, in addition to the good doctor, there are a number of looters up north of Oak Ridge who are looting artifacts that appear to be cursed, too. It's really bad news for the archaeological world.
Some of them kind of look at you blankly, and this individual here. Let's give him his name. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. Let me think. Okay, here. I'm gonna write his name here in the chat. Then here, his name is Char Pebble Picker.
Oh my!
He gives you something of a bit of a blank look, and then it's like, well, that is unfortunate, but I don't really deal that much in artifacts like that, like cursed objects to sell. I mean, I deal mostly in things like animal teeth. You seem like sifting some dirt. Oh, pig bone or pig tooth.
Well, archaeozoology is a remarkable discipline.
It is. It's why I have 3 PhDs in it.
Oh my god!
How?
Interesting.
How old are you again?
I'm turning 203 years old next month.
There it is.
But some of the other people here make fun of me. They call me freshman, seeing as how a lot of the other people here have at least 7 PhDs.
I'm gonna scream. Oh my god.
I mean, I personally have 6, just 3 in zoo archaeology. And can you believe that the professor thinks he's a professor with only 1 PhD?
Damn.
From the bar, assuming I can hear all this, I just want to like turn over and just be like, I don't need a PhD to know that y'all are a bunch of losers. And then go back to my drink.
What happened with Zavarin since I've been gone?
Oh my goodness! Is he
Switching it up today.
I'm just like, is this like, who hurt
He
you?
doesn't like snow. He doesn't like snow. You made him go through snow.
Okay, but like, who hurt you? Who reviewed your paper?
I'm sorry, are you a cat?
No, I'm a scaly lizard. What do you want?
I mean, technically, to be fair, like, he still should be, like, out in the snow, because he would have just, like, went into comatose mode.
Yeah, pretty much. So I was not happy.
I also like how, like, you know, he was out in the snow, not happy, lizard, you know, giant lizard, whatever. And instead of going straight for the fire like Aetheri did, because Aetheri is very smart and wise, Zavarin goes straight to the bar and is just like, yeah, get me a drink.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he is a bard.
Drink required.
Didn't even take that drink over to the fire. Just like, I'll
Nope.
just sit here in the coldest spot of the
Exactly.
tavern.
Precisely.
So,
I ask him, hey, do you know who studies the things that Dr. Zib Air Doctor
One more time.
McNichol? So who would know about what he studies? Is there anyone here we could talk to?
okay, I'm trying to write down bed Kaba. Okay. Oops. Oh, sorry. That's the wrong person. I'm in the wrong window. Okay.
'Cause
I
they
was
would
like,
know
why
that
is
we
Tiny
call
B
him-
typing something? Is
Sarah?
Sarah here?
Okay. So okay, so as you go down, so you just open ask like, who studies the things he studies? Again, the room erupts into laughter. Like, nobody studies what he studies. I mean, it's just goblin stuff. Meh.
Wow.
Hey,
Well,
hey, no
we've
need to be
gotten
racist
into
over
the-
here.
Well, certainly, yeah, there is certainly, as a goblin, I have to say, there's certainly a tone of racism to that particular comment.
Oh, well, okay, then, what should we study about goblins then?
Well, we have centuries old culture.
And what materials have been left over those centuries for us to study?
DM, would I, as a goblin, be aware of the long and storied history of goblin material culture?
So, clearly there's a void in the academic literature on this subject. Hence the crusade that Professor Zixlevudsurk E. Onum Likchig Fedkaba is
Oh my
on. So
I get a headache every time I hear that name.
you can assume that there's nothing more than what you would assume in a typical Forgotten Realms D&D campaign.
Then I'll explain that history then.
So, like, he kind of cocks his head to the side, so maybe we can study their war implements, their weapons, since they seem to like war so much. They're raiding and pillaging. There's some whispers and like some nods and some people nod their heads, some people shake their heads, and some shrugs of shoulders.
Well, take a look at me. Do I look like a raider and a pillager? And I'll just do a little spin so you can see the flowers on the back and everything else.
You don't take anything, you just put things where they don't belong. Maple syrup.
Why, would you like some?
Okay. Gradal made a grave mistake and offered himself up as a case study to this
Oh my God.
room of archaeologists. They proceed to take him apart without literally taking him apart. Genera's mustache is not as good as my mustache.
I was gonna say, what? Who is drawing on my face?
There's, I don't believe I signed any sort of release or IRB paperwork whatsoever.
They are already going through your flowers. They are checking the flowers and their pollen to see if they can figure out what, if they are wild or domesticated, and trying to go over the references to see where they might be located. Let's see, they are testing your feet for the dirt and checking against Munsell charts. Your
Oh my
hair,
God.
they are touching your hair. Trying to see, because
The
it's
hair-
standing up, and they're like, "What?
The hair's
what?
a no-no. The hair's a no-no, please.
They there's some discussions about whether your hair is natural or not and color.
Okay. I'm
There's some-
instantly. I'm gonna use my staff of flowers, and I'm gonna basically use it like a machine gun to just
Oh my god!
all the different dwarves in the face with flowers, so they'll move out of the way, and I can go up to my room and be left alone.
Aww.
Ran into
What is
19th
this?
century anthropologists.
The previous
Pretty
the previous
Salvage
three
anthropologist. My God.
the previous three that were chasing Shannara and Dagmar follow you up the stairs, and once you close the door, they go back down, going over their notes.
Wow.
I bet they have a museum.
I have like one little petal of a flower stuck in my mouth from spraying them everywhere, and I just sort of spit it out and grumble.
All right.
Karma is real.
Okay, so I think a theory was questioning. Or do you continue to ask some questions?
No, I'm kind of appalled by the way they just treated my friend.
Are you gonna stab
I'm
them
just
all?
gonna- No, I'm just gonna go in his pocket and steal whatever's in it.
Did you just try and tempt a
Okay, sleight of
like,
hand.
Yeah, I
Roll
just
sleight of
talked
hand.
to myself.
murder?
The way they just treated Gretel, like, and
Oh, they treated Gretel bad. Let's murder them all.
Daryl
Great
just
idea.
casually asks a theory. Oh, okay. So are you gonna murder this one too?
No. I'm just gonna reach and I'm just gonna do sleight of hand and see what I get out of his pocket.
Excellent, excellent. Okay. So let me write in the Discord. I'm gonna see. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to find where you're at.
Who drew the mustache on Janira?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Because I'm coming for you.
Oh. It wasn't me?
I knew it was you.
Well, she's
Like
down in the
90%
stable.
sure that it was you.
Dagmar rolls in with a Sharpie, starts drawing.
Yeah. I don't understand why your character is upright though, since you're clearly like lying down like face first in the stable.
No. I got cleaned up and I've come back now.
Oh my god.
Now, here's the problem. Now that I put that beard on there, I have no idea how to erase it.
It looks like you got purple goop coming out my nose.
Bookers.
I'm stuck with a trackpad here. Give me a break.
Oh god.
All right, so Gretel's up in his room.
Moping, yeah.
So Svaren's at the bar.
Much better, Zvaran. Thank you.
So I'm gonna go head over to the bar and join Svaren there. And I'm gonna show him this piece of paper I just got out of the guy's pocket.
What you got there?
Well, it looks like it's the location of. He had a bunch of stuff in his pocket, and these that are labeled like pebbles and gravel and ceramic and some teeth, and it's got a location on it. Have you ever heard of this place? I don't know what the location is.
What's the location?
TM?
Uh,
What does it say?
DM, are you with us?
yes, I
Give
am
us a
with
sign.
you.
So I quietly show it to Svaren.
Behind you. So they seem to be describing some sort of location near the city of Westgate. You're not exactly sure because some of the location is described with numbers and cardinal directions and like distance. Like it's telling you 2 miles southwest of Westgate. Coordinates, 300, 500, something like that. It's a bunch of numbers.
I mean, if this
Do
is
I
the
recognize it or anything? Or like, do we understand what it's saying?
Well, it's a theory hands you 4 little bags, and the bags seem to be clearly labeled, and they're labeled with these descriptions of the location. And in the bag is, and each bag has some sort of collection of pebbles, ceramic pieces, teeth, something like that. In these 4 little bags. You don't really understand what the significance of any of this stuff is, and you just know that it's from somewhere in the vicinity of Westgate, the city, which is a city that's northeast of here, sorry.
Well, this seems kind of boring, but maybe we can, trade this information to someone someday. I don't know what to do with this. It has no value to me.
No
You don't
value
wanna
to current studies.
Give it back?
What?
Give it back?
No, he was mean to Gretel. I gotta give it to Gretel. I'm giving Gretel these bags. Maybe he'll.
How
So
about
I'm just
Janera?
gonna-
Oh, go ahead, Theory.
I'll just keep the information, and maybe someday it'll be of value.
So
Probably will come in handy.
So you're gonna put it in a cardboard box and put it away in a climate-controlled storehouse?
It's gonna be
Yes,
acid
precisely.
box. Gonna press the digitate
Men.
the artifacts.
The mage hand will carry it.
Now, just to clarify, this is going on down in the bar. I'm already upstairs. I'm not hearing any of this, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Bummer.
Janera, how about you? What are you doing? Are you still in the stable?
No, I dusted myself off and come back inside.
Jared's
in
gonna come in
time
and just see flowers everywhere.
just in time to see this group of dwarves be racist towards my dear buddy Gretel.
Okay.
Racism is heavy tonight, y'all.
The dwarves are probably ignoring you and they're going back to their arguing.
Well, since you've all rudely have fucking vandalized my picture, I'm gonna go check on Gretel.
Do you guys want me to erase it? I can erase it.
I don't care. So everybody start drawing.
I'm upstairs, sort of checking to make sure that they didn't reveal any sort of like. Are any of my roots showing?
When was the last time you died?
Oh my god.
Basically, not since we left Clark.
Ooh, well, that's 2 weeks. 2.5 weeks?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. So
if people were really looking closely, probably. So.
Yeah, my gray roots are showing. So I'm gonna. When who's coming up?
Hey, Janera.
Janera. If Janera's coming up, I'm probably gonna be like getting out the purple berries that I used to dye my hair, and she's probably gonna catch me in the act.
Well, I mean, if the door's closed, I'm going to knock first.
Okay. And I'll say, just a minute, just a minute. And I'll desperately try to get everything put away, but there's no way I'm getting everything put away in time, so it's inevitable that she's gonna catch me.
With the applicator?
With the applicator and I got the little mortar and pestle with the berries and whatnot. And it's like I'm trying to hide it because I'm a little vain, but I'm also like I trust Janera and I trust my other friends, so I'm not too worried about them, just the general public. And I go ahead and say, well, come on in, it's fine.
How you doing, buddy?
Very nice down there.
Yeah, no, they were not.
And I'll just
ooh, berries.
And I'll just no, I'm sorry.
Oh, just Janera just being like, ooh, berries and snacks on stuff.
Oh no, you don't want to eat. You don't want to eat as soon as she pops them in her mouth, they're like
I'm sorry,
ridiculously bitter. Like she instantly has to spit them out. They're
yeah.
not poisonous, but they're like ridiculously nastily bitter.
And why are you playing my character?
I said I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'm giving our lizard friend a hard time in the
I'm not trying to play your
Discord.
character. I'm just saying that they're ridiculously bitter when you pop them in your mouth.
No, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about Short around here. Saying she like picks up and eats the berries.
I couldn't tell who was talking because I had the roll 20 up instead of Discord.
That was just too funny. That was funny. Oh shit.
Wait, okay.
Hmm.
You're okay? You ready to come back down, or you need some more time, or you okay?
I'm okay. I'll be fine.
Gretel has been traumatized.
No, I'm not traumatized. I'm not traumatized or anything. It's just, yeah, those guys are a bunch of jackasses.
They are.
What are the rest of us doing downstairs while this is going on?
Well, Dagmar, what did you do after you dragged Gennaro all over the place?
Well, I was trying to talk to that one dwarf, Socrates, over there about what's on his scroll, but he didn't hear me.
Once you get his attention, then... Okay. Alright, so strap in, because he begins to give you a lecture about...
No, I'm not interested, and then I walk away.
He ignores the denial, and he continues to follow you around, explaining to you ancient giant script.
And then I
as
pick
found...
him up and I put him on top of a large stack of crates, and then I keep walking away.
He's also followed by the one with the black beard, who's arguing, is sort of giving her a refutation of his thesis, and so she's following. But once you put him on the crates, she takes his place and starts to continue with the lecture.
And then I put her in or I put that one in a well or something. Then what's available to me? I'm gonna put that one in something.
So once you put that dwarf down, then you find the other one again was able to climb down from the crates and continue to finish the lecture, again trying to refute whatever the black. So the white beard and the black beard keep sort of replacing each other, giving argument and rebuttal whenever you sort of put one away.
Oh my god.
Is there any way I could get away from them just enough so that they can't tell which way I'm going, and then crawl up to the roof of the building?
So you hear them argue a lot about the development of giant script going from ancient to medieval periods. You hear them mention the name Professor Wrath a lot. And the only way you're actually get them to get them off of you is to pull in a third one and ask, "Hey, third one, what's your opinion?" And the third one starts their opinion. In which case, first two, sort of stick to that one and begin to argue with that one. So it's the three of them now arguing in a circle, and you're able to sneak away.
Yeah, okay. They're arguing amongst themselves, and I'm far, far away from them. I'm gonna start heading up to where Gennaro and Gretel are.
Okay, Dagmar, I want you to roll a wisdom save.
Please no.
Roll a wisdom save for a headache.
Oh.
Hey Dagmar,
geez.
don't fail.
Okay.
Don't fail.
Okay.
Just remember to not fail.
Oh.
Tavern!
Dagmar.
Should've listened.
Dagmar. You now have a major headache. and you have no idea what's going on now, and you think you understand some of the development of giant script, moving from oracle bones to wood scrolls to paper, but you're not quite sure.
I was on the stairs. I was halfway up the stairs. I am now heading down the stairs to the bar to pour myself a bunch of other drinks.
Yeah, because that'll help the head.
Varn, are you helping her? Are you stealing her drinks? Who is paying for all of these drinks?
I am still on my first drink. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're
I
nursing
stole
your
Gretel's
drink?
credit card.
I am, because I'm not wasting my gold.
Oh, you know what? When I took
Drinks
Gretel's
cost money, Dagmar.
Yeah, no, shut up. When I took Gretel's bedroll, there was money in there.
Wrong.
Just go with me.
There's money in their bedroll.
So,
Not that the
Like
banks
quarters
weren't
that
safe
fell in the
enough,
couch?
I'm just trying to.
so I keep all my
retcon
savings in the bedroll.
I mean,
I don't normally retcon this much. You guys started me off this at the beginning of this fucking session, and now I can't stop.
Dagmar, take it easy. How much are the drinks?
Typical drinks. Let me see. What do we have here?
5 silver or something.
No, I don't think it's quite that much. Depending on what you're drinking, it's a few copper. So like in the player's guide, a gallon of ale is 2 silver, a mug is 4 copper.
Okay.
I got it.
So just think to yourself, like, just think of whatever drink you'd like, and then minus 4 copper for whatever drink that you have.
I'm trying to flirt with the barkeep.
You're trying to flirt with the barkeep.
Did it work?
Did it work?
The barkeep, like, looks at you funny, and it's like, kind of stares a little bit, and like, oh, I get it.
I get it.
No, like, you can't start your tab yet. Okay, I don't know you. It's your first day here. If
Can you
want,
describe?
yes.
Can you describe the barkeep to me?
Okay. Let me. Okay. You know what? Just for you, because of the Dagmar, and you're trying to flirt with them. Would you prefer a half orc?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, we have a half orc.
Nice.
Fairly young. Half orcs, I think, typically live 60 years. So you're talking about a half orc that's maybe early 20s.
Wait.
I'm not.
I request to retcon and
No.
change that half orc to either a bugbear or a minotaur.
I forbid that.
Vote approved.
All right. The
No,
half orc.
no.
Do
Yep,
it.
thank you.
Oh.
The half orc appears to present themselves as male, but they are very
Okay.
thin.
And younger than me, okay?
Very thin, very fashionable, earrings,
Nice.
not just studs, but like hoops, hair slicked to the side.
Okay, I can work with this.
Okay, and then his name. I'm trying to think of a good half-orc name.
He has a name.
Okay. Let's do... Here, I'm gonna give his name, and I'm gonna write...
The name.
I'm gonna write it in the chat here.
That name. Give me that name.
Madison Fartknocker.
oh my god.
Oh my god!
I will be doing art of Madison Fartknocker after the stream. Thank you very much.
Oh
I
shit!
absolutely. Can you do a live draw session of that? I'd
Oh
really
my
enjoy
God.
it.
I will.
Heck yeah! Okay.
Chat decide the appearance.
So, I see your name tag there. Your name is Madison.
Yeah.
I like your adornments. They're pretty sparkly.
Thank you. And Madison continues to clean a glass.
See, you have an empty glass there.
I have a lot of empty glasses. Takes the finishes cleaning the glass and puts it on the shelf behind him with the rest of the empty clean glasses.
Could I?
Can I interrupt Dagmar and just say to this Madison, just be like, you do an excellent job at what you do.
Yeah, I like
Damn.
what you do.
Damn, that's a 9. Never mind. I was gonna try and steal that flirt from underneath you. It did not
work.
succeed.
Did not work.
The card is off his game.
Madison
Office
is
game.
like, if I do such a good job, you can let me know. And you can see you see his hand move over to like a mug on the bar and slides it closer to you and see that it says tips on it.
I right now will drop 5 gold in that jar. Not even joking. 5 gold right in the jar.
Do you have 5 gold? Did they give you back your money?
Did who give me back my
I
money?
think we
Remember,
did.
they had to break you out of the box.
You said I had money with me.
And then we took it.
You stole my money? Well, then Dagmar is gonna put 5 gold in the jar.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay,
What's the DM's ruling? Do I have money or not? Because I
Okay.
had record that I had 30 gold.
Okay, so then that would be your normal starting goal, is what that would be then. Let's just go with that then. We're gonna assume that the party was honorable and handed you back your money purse after they broke you out of the box.
Alright, we'll assume that it wasn't Dagmar, and that Grattle found my money and handed it back to me. Because let's be realistic.
Oh my god, my throat! Oh, if
So-
only I had something to drink. Oh god, my half-orc throat.
Alright,
my.
well this one's choking. I'm gonna put 5 gold in the jar.
Madison looks down, gives a bit of a smirk and a wink. I'm like, oh, okay. So you're thirsty. Dagmar, was it? Oh, you're thirsty. What would you like to quench your thirst? To quench that parched throat.
Oh god. If I could just have one of your signature cocktails. Oh, my throat. My half-orc throat. Same as yours. Just dying.
He like
Aaron rolls
winks
his
at
eyes.
you and like he winks at you, like does like the shooty fingers thing, gotcha. So you see him pull a few bottles off of the shelf. They have a lot of strange labels, and the bottles have a lot of different colors. And you see him start to mix a drink.
Okay.
And it's got a rather strong smell to it. You see, it kind of smells a little bit of cinnamony, a little bit sweet.
Nice.
And he mixes it all together, and then he says, oh yeah, and I can't forget the secret ingredient. You see him take the shaker that he has, turn around, kind of hide the shaker from you. He does something, puts something in, turns back to you, like caps it, and then shakes it for you. Pulls out a glass. It's not like a wine glass or martini glass. It's just sort of a regular glass. And then he pours it for you, and then hands it to you. It's got like a deep red purplish color to it. It smells very strong.
Can I roll for perception to see if I noticed any of that shadiness?
Go ahead. Roll perception.
Okay. I'm getting better about figuring out what rolls need to be done. Whoops, that's not it. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Yep.
Ooh, okay. So sleight of hand. You saw him shake some sort of powder into it.
Okay. So I did see that. and I think
Did I
it's a
see
little
this
strange.
as well since I'm sitting right next to her, or do I have to roll
Perception.
as well?
Roll perception. Always roll.
Always wrong.
I didn't know if you were gonna go by passive or if you were gonna make me roll. It's a 14.
Okay, so you notice it is. There seems he shook something, some sort of powder. Oh, not quite powder, maybe kind of like flakes. Some sort of flakes into it.
And both of us, we do find this weird. We don't just notice it and think, "Oh, cool, cocktail thing."
Oh, delicious.
Well, I mean, it's when you're looking at the. He doesn't like when he is kind of trying to hide it exactly, but he's not being super secret of it. He ends up the little can, the little bottle, whatever that he shook into it. He doesn't put it in a secret place. He just like puts it back on the shelf somewhere, but it has no label.
Okay, all right. I still find that a little weird. So,
Do you want to ask him, or do you want me to ask him?
I'll the first thing I'll do is, as he's handing it to me, I'll just kind of squint a little bit and just be like, that smells really good. You want a sip of that, Madison?
Oh, I don't drink on the job.
Oh.
Likely story.
I'm gonna give Zavarin a look to see if he wants to say anything or do anything.
I'm gonna ask him, what's that fancy spice you have there on the shelf? And then point at the can.
It's the secret ingredient. It's the secret ingredient to this drink. My specialty, known as the Wizard's Fireball.
Now, see, my friend here is a very obnoxious and picky individual. Never puts anything to her bizarre body without checking the ingredients first. She has many allergies.
Yes.
So you're gonna have to
Diet.
balance out that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's... Well, I mean, we have to have the spice imported. It's called Arbol Annum.
And what is it? Exactly?
Arbol Annum.
Does it do anything, or is it just add
Makes it taste good.
Can I roll for insight check?
Okay, go ahead, insight check.
Does he seem like genuine, or that's a good old dirty 20 there, buddy?
Oh my god.
Does he seem like he's being like totally lying, or is he like totally 100% like, yeah, it's just something we get?
He's looking at you funny, and is like... It's the kind of look where, like, if you made a person a piece of toast, and they're like, is this toast like gluten-free, whole wheat? And like looking at you funny, like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, why are you asking me that?
I should just know what this thing is then. Okay.
You're like,
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take the cup, and then I'm gonna walk over to the three the three dwarves, and I'm going to hand it to one of them, and just say, with all of this arguing that you guys are doing, I thought you'd be thirsty.
oh, thank you. All three of them reach together at the exact same time, and their three hands like bump, and they're like, oh.
Fuck.
I'm just gonna yell over. I'll cover that, and then just look over to Madison and be like, 2 more for the other 2.
Okay, so Madison kind of like gestures toward the cup. 4 copper each.
Yeah. 4 copper each.
Yeah.
And I just throw this guy a piece of gold and call it a day.
Okay, all right. Yeah, he shrugs. It's like, okay, and he mixes up some more fireballs.
Cool.
Did one of them? Did the one that did take the cup? Did they drink it?
No, they waited. So they waited for the other ones. So that the 3 of them now have a cup each in their hands. And they kind of smile at each other. They smile at each other. They clink glasses and cheer and say, yeah, to archaeology, yeah! Clink, clink, clink. And then they swig, and it goes down really quick in a gulp.
Are they alive?
Are they alive?
Did they survive this?
Pretty sure the barkeep isn't going to make a lot of money selling poison to people, Anna. I had to say that out of character for your sake.
Oh,
Then again, I'm hearing
dear
a lot
God.
of rules coming, so I'm guessing there's some con saves coming through this guys.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Somebody didn't roll well.
So the
Or
one with the
not
black
very
beard and the one with the long beard, they kind of like smack their lips, wipe their mouths, and like, oh, that's a good one. It's got some kick to it. You see the one with the white beard, and you see that he's kind of coughing a little. Yes, yes, that was good. Not quite as strong as when the ones that they used to make when I was a young lad. And he's sweating quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He looks kind of red. He's kind of flushed now.
Got them to stop talking. That's just as bad as using alcohol to try to get rid of my headache.
Or, like poisoning a bunch of strangers you met like a half hour ago.
Yeah, well, one of them insulted Gradal, and only I can do that.
I'm gonna say one of them is now looking at the bear on Dagmar's shoulder.
Oh, Jesus, Daryl, I thought you were gonna say, I'm gonna say now that one of them is dead.
No. You hear some whispers, and I think, so there's actually a couple of the dwarves that are whispering, taking notes, and pointing at the Dagmar's clothing. Things like her boots, and her, and let me think, her boots, her bear, and maybe her necklace.
Oh, God.
Who drew that? Who drew that?
Daryl did.
Aw.
Our DM drew that.
Yeah. Oh, the artifacts were the friendships we made along the way.
Yeah, that's what I was going for. Thank you.
Okay. So,
Let's see. How am I gonna go with this? I am going to question which one is the one that recognized my clothing and
Who drew that?
which one recognized my clothing and stuff?
we're
about
gonna
that.
make it one more dwarf.
What?
Remember,
Fourth?
remember that
About
there
the night.
are several dwarves here, like a lot of dwarves. You're talking dozens here. It is an
A
archaeological
lot. I
conference.
thought you meant 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Okay. All right. The one that said that, I'm going to. Initially, I took a step back because I was shocked, but now I'm going to go up to that dwarf after taking a step backwards, and start as quietly as I can. Just go, what do you know about this? What do you know about me?
They look at you. We don't know anything about you, but your boots, look familiar. So, again, they get down on their. So this dwarf gets down on their hands and knees. 2 or 3 more dwarves also follow suit. And they start to poke at your boots, and they are recognizing. They're recognizing a lot of things about the boots. I assume that they're made out of salmon skins. They're recognizing some of the stitching, recognizing actually some of the plant matter that's used for the threads to stitch it with. So you hear some of them talking about berries and dyes in order to make the colors on the boots. And there's mention of like, hey, aren't those berries used to make purple colors, like a purple dye? And there's a lot of poking around your boots, and they mentioned that this particular kind of boot and the materials it's made from is highly associated with tribes from the northwest.
Okay, with that, I'm going to, if they're poking at my boots, I'm kicking their hands away a little bit. And at that mention, I'm just going to bolt upstairs.
These archaeologists are going to slowly but surely chase everybody into their rooms.
Yeah.
I was gonna say right as she runs upstairs, I'm just gonna look at the barkeep and just be like, yeah, I'll have another drink. Apparently, everyone's gonna throw a tantrum tonight.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, the Madison Fart Knocker shrugs his shoulders. Like, okay, well, what's your poison?
Literally.
And then you get to take your pick. White wine, red wine, sparkling
Red wine. No, sparkling.
Let's see.
Sparkling wine.
A strawberry sparkling wine. It's a good one.
Like a sparkling rosé.
Okay, there you go. And he gives it to you in a tankard.
Wonderful. How much do I owe?
Nothing at this point. You've already paid him a lot.
That was the goal.
Okay, so Zvarn's getting drunk at the bar. Gradal is up in his room, trying to hold back his tears. Janera is comforting him. Dagmar is following up there too, with her own tears. Last is a theory? Are you doing anything at theory?
I'm sitting next to Zvarn at the bar drinking tea.
Okay.
The theory was at the other side of me at the bar. I totally forgot.
The theory's just keeping her cool, just like, God, these
Hashtag
children.
rogue status.
Yeah.
All this, you guys.
Okay.
This whole time, Etheria just actually pickpocketed the entire bar, and none of us noticed it. It's like a whole new coin purse.
If you want a theory, you can continue to roll sleight of hand to steal as much as you can from these people. It's up to you. So I'm going to call it a night. I assume that you all go to your rooms. Do you all share one room or separate rooms, or?
I probably like. How big are the rooms? Wait, like 2 people a room or something?
Yeah, you could probably do 2 or 3 people in a room.
Except Dagmar, who I'm sure threw a tantrum and wanted her own room.
Okay, so that's 3 rooms. 2, and then 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. How much is the room?
Okay. So rooms are, we're just gonna do a standard one. Let's do 1 silver. We're gonna do 1 silver for each of you. So if hopefully you're keeping track of your money, minus 1 silver from your pocketbooks for each of you. The rooms are a little bit cramped. It does smell a little musty, maybe a little moldy. Kind of like the smell of old paper. You know what I'm talking about, like old paper that's not acid free. One's made from like the 70s.
Oh, totally.
A little bit kind of dusty. The mirrors have kind of need to be polished. A few scratches in some places. But they service you well. You basically just hear the white noise of dozens of dwarves arguing long into the night. And it slowly fades away. Next morning you wake up. The tavern is large, unless any of you are waking particularly early. Oh well. Well, no. Once you wake up, the bar still has several dwarves in it. It's not quite as full as before. Some of them are having breakfast, still arguing, and again, there is in their conversation, you do hear the name Professor Wrath several times. It's a name that seems, despite the fact that everybody seems to have 6, 7, 8 PhDs in things like the development of domesticated pig teeth in the during the reign of Fickleblock in the Northern Kingdom.
That's the PhD.
Well, that's like their 3rd or 4th PhD, right? So,
Jeez.
I like how Daryl, you keep bringing up Dr. Wrath, like, and all of us are just like, yeah, okay, and then we just skim over that, and you're just like, Dr. Wrath.
I was about to ask if I could ask one of the ones who's kind of just sitting in the bar who on Earth Professor Wrath is.
Okay. So the people you talk to, so the dwarves you talk to explain that Professor Wrath is a very prominent, prestigious professor. who has a very, very long publishing list or publication list. Sorry, and they're just amazed that she seems to have published in all of their fields. Like, it's really strange that despite how sort of how much research that they've done and how specialized they are, that Professor Wrath seems to have written a paper or two or a book at least tangentially related to their studies. So whenever they seem to bring up a point of argument, they often refer to some of her writings.
Interesting. That's weird.
Some of them swear that Professor Wrath is a dwarf, because they talk about how her writings go back at least 100 years.
Is Professor Wrath someone who's alive?
Yes. They're like, she's still publishing today.
Has anyone met her?
That's where they get very excited. They are hoping to meet her because the archaeological conference is actually going to happen in the conference that they're attending here in Oak Ridge. Actually is going to also have Professor Wrath in attendance.
Oh,
They hope to meet her.
As like a keynote speaker.
Guess we're going to this conference, guys.
Do you really want to go to a conference? Do you really want to go to a conference, Genera?
Huh?
Do you really want to go to a conference, Genera?
No, but I would like to know who this person is.
Okay.
And I'm very curious to know if she actually is a dwarf, and I'm gonna laugh myself into the grave if she's not, and she's like a goblin or something.
She's probably a goblin.
And all these guys are just gonna be like, "Oh my god, what?"
Plot twist. Professor Wrath.
Gonna be Midnight Dahlia.
No, stop. Quiet. Silence. Tis Gale.
No.
No!
Yes.
Oh god, it's Fred. He didn't let us know, but he was in the middle of wrapping up his dissertation.
No, it's Gale. Fred just writes for her.
Oh my god, he's ghostwriting.
He's the scribe.
Oh jeez.
Daryl's considering it. I can hear his thought.
Obviously, Gail could not write the thing herself because it would just be chicken scratch. But I'm
That's-
Thought about it.
But that's why Fred's there. That's Fred's sole purpose.
transcribe. Okay.
His glorious purpose.
So,
Yeah, I'd like to go meet this professor.
they explain that the conference is going to be held at the local university, known as Prestigious University.
Of course.
Then it's actually going to be held there, not that day, but the next day. It's going to start on a... I'm like thinking, do I really want to go with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? Is that the calendar we're gonna? Is that the weekly calendar we're gonna do in this world?
Blarg Day.
Okay.
Start with Blarg Day and work around it.
Okay. We're gonna... Or should we use a metric system? We're gonna use metric calendars. Based on tens. Yeah, we'll just I'll go Chinese actually. First day of the week is Monday, so literally in Chinese, when you say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you say first day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day, and then Sunday is just, well, Sunday, seventh day, or Sky Day, or Sunday. But anyways, okay, so they're like, it's starting this 5 day, and it's going to go through the whole weekend. It'll be exciting. And like everyone like pulls out pieces of paper and like you see them like checking off checklists. Like I want to go to this seminar and this workshop and this one. Oh, there's always so many things to do.
Jesus.
I miss in-person conferences. Well, I guess we're gonna. I'm not even there. I'm not privy to this conversation. Never mind.
Everyone is privy to it as long as you woke up and came downstairs.
Oh, well, I guess we're heading back over that way anyway.
Oh, good. Oh, did all of you remember to sign up and pay for your membership ahead of time? It's more expensive at the door.
Everyone knows you can just sneak into these things and they don't even notice.
They all yeah, that's true.
Oh, jeez.
Except most of us are dwarves and you're not, and you're gonna stick out.
There's always a back way into these things.
Wow.
Hold on.
Major conference, drinking, and implicit racism.
So,
Too real.
hold on.
Too real, guys.
Yeah.
Too real, Daryl.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better, and by better I mean worse.
I have disguised self, so I could get in.
Oh shoot! Do that one.
That sounds like a bad idea.
I have a hat.
That does not count.
A really good one.
It's a really good hat. You're gonna love it.
A theory can sneak us all in.
That's not how that works.
That's not how that works.
No, but I could definitely break into a back door for us.
I
Well,
have
then-
minor illusion, but I don't think minor illusion can be used on
A theory can
5
cast.
people.
A theory can cast pass without a trace, and all we need to do is get in there.
You realize we have to be undercover for that to happen, right?
Yeah.
You can't just snap your fingers and walk in plain daylight.
Yeah. We'll go in at
So-
night.
Will we hiding? How are we gonna do that? Go on.
Because we
You're
do
still
not have
walking.
enough money to get into this conference, all of us, right? So we have to sneak in.
How much does the ticket cost? Or whatever cost?
I'm trying to think how to translate membership at an archaeological conference. What is that, like $100, $200?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Let's see. So
We could claim that we're students and get a student rate.
you ask them and they tell you that membership is going to be membership will be 3 gold. Oh, wait, no, they're like, no.
That's not bad.
They'll say, oh, wait, no, sorry, at the door it's 4 gold. They pay 3 gold. The
You
door's
sure
4.
we want to go to this thing, guys?
That's not much money. That was gonna be way worse.
Didn't we want to go to Ballerina Rock Fathom?
Some of the dwarves kind of look at you and they're think, and then they're like whisper to themselves, "These guys are so racist. They can't understand dwarven names."
Wow.
Oh my god!
You're the racist one? Hold on. Hold on. Oh, hold on to the phone.
They sort of scratch their heads for a second, and then they sort of giggle and chuckle like, "Oh, Helgarina Rock Bottom. She'll probably be there." Oh, but what does she do? What was her job again? Okay. What was? Okay, I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember her name now. What is that? No, not that one.
It was the Shippo.
Yes. No, but I'm trying to
yeah.
remember how I labeled it. It was
Moss something.
the
Wait, I got it.
the ministerial.
Larg Antiquarium Officer.
No, but that's not the full title. That is what she is, but that's not the
Yeah.
full title. The
You're
full
gonna
title
love
is
this. It's in my other notebook.
The Ministerial Office of Antiquities and natural philosophy, I think. Antiquities and natural philosophy. Malsamp. I think it was it. And they're like, the management of antiquities and natural philosophy. Not real archaeology.
Oh, we're doing this, are we?
Yes, we are doing this.
And
Are you gonna kill them yet? Are you gonna stab them yet?
No,
Definitely
I'm
gonna
going
stick
to. I'm going to use minor illusion to about 30 feet behind. How many people are we in front of right now?
A dozen and a half.
All right. Wait, hold on. Sorry, where are we again? Please remind me.
You're in the tavern.
We're still in the tavern.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna do. Never mind. I'm gonna hold on to that. I have a plan. Don't worry about it.
Okay. So my assumption is you're gonna follow this crowd of dwarves, these archaeologists, and follow them to the university, or are you gonna do something else? The conference doesn't
I'm
quite
game
start
with that.
today. It's gonna start actually tomorrow.
What does everybody else want to do? I'm fine with just following them.
I mean, I could just start trying to pickpocket as many of the racist dwarves as I can.
Okay, you're gonna have to roll a lot of theory.
We have enough
Theory's
money
like-
for all of us to get into the conference.
A theory's like, all right, roll 20 d20s.
A theory is our source of income. Like, we cannot prevent her from doing her thing.
Being traveling heroes doesn't really do too much for monetary
Theory.
value.
Start rolling sleight of hand, and you can stop whenever you want to stop.
All right, because there's how much gold do we need?
Okay, so I'm gonna actually type out the things that you steal the first time. So the first time, oh geez, like okay, all of these are successful. So first one, you steal a trowel. The second one, you steal let me think. You steal a pair of work gloves.
Oh.
Oh, I'm robbing from poor people.
I mean, they are archaeologists.
Oh my
That was a bad idea.
You steal like a towel with like some blood smearing on it.
You steal a compass. Fourth, you steal 5 silver. Let's see. Fifth one. Okay, you have 5 successes. The fifth one, you steal. Looks like a rat skull.
Oh, great.
Oh, God. I didn't even get a Sharpie.
I mean, can we sell some of these things?
Thing to Dagmar.
What?
I'll give Janera the compass.
Okay, write down there. Make sure you write down in your inventory.
What? That was a bust. We can just try to sneak in a back door.
Yeah, we just traveled with them to know where we're going, and then afterwards they're talking amongst themselves, not really paying attention to us anyway, so we can sneak in through the back door when the sun's down.
Well, okay, so eventually you find yourselves at the university campus. I'm trying to remember if I have a map of Oak Ridge itself. I know I started one. Let's see. Oh, I know I started it. Oh. Okay. And that's the thing is I can't remember how much the scale this map is. Oh, I hope things aren't so widely out of proportion. Okay. So just give me one moment, and I will have a map of the city layout for you. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna to H. Okay, so anyways, you find yourself at the university. Now it's not a castle or anything. It is it's not a university campus as you're thinking. This is a city. So it's more of a complex of buildings, and the buildings wrap themselves around a central courtyard. But there's sort of kind of cloisters all throughout that kind of branch out from the main central courtyard. Let's see. So there is no like front door, back door per se.
Well, time to break some windows.
So you're just gonna like randomly break windows, or what are you gonna do?
One barbarian, just Wreck-It Ralphus in there.
Rattle, do you have any ideas? A theory, Genera?
So there's a front door that we all have to walk through. Is that what I'm gathering?
There is a. Okay, so
There's a door.
I don't know if you. So actually, what might be a good example would be something like So if you go to my Twitter feed, and there is a recent photo I did or posted of Wuyi University in Jiangmen, China. Kind of like that. There is a sort of front entrance exactly, but there's no gate. And Wuyi has a gate, but this one, the university here in Oakridge does not. There is a front entrance, but it's not like a door. It's not a gate. You can just like walk in.
Okay, so, but there's probably somebody checking for tickets at that. Alright, let's just walk in. Wait for
Tickets,
someone to kick us
please.
out.
Well, since the
We-
yes, go ahead.
Could we convince? So this is an academic conference at a university. So the people there are going to be academics and students. So we look a bit out of place. All of us have our weapons out. Could we convince them that could we like charm them or whatever into thinking that, we're they're not bodyguards, but we're like security showing up for the conference?
Question: Am I here or am I still up in my room?
It's up to you. You can be there with them.
I'll be there with them as long as I don't have to endure any more racism from these assholes.
Well, I'm sorry. That's gonna be the next story arc.
Hashtag not all dwarfs.
This.
Okay, so now I'm just gonna have to like draw and stuff here.
How did you make that?
Okay, I'm trying to think now. Where are we gonna put the university? We'll make the university right here in this big open area here. That's gonna be the university here. So I hope it doesn't feel to scale though. Okay. Alrighty. So you're at the university. So you're just gonna walk up to the guards, or you're just gonna walk through the gates? What are you gonna do?
What do you guys think?
Does anyone have a Jedi mind trick spell? Let us pass through.
Got passed without a trace.
Right.
But that's
We
only
could
if we're
do-
sneaking in, not bluffing
Yeah.
our way in.
Right. I mean, if there's a chance we could sneak on through without them noticing us, it shouldn't be so much trouble once we're already in there. Or we could try to pass ourselves off as guards, or even just try to... I mean, at some archaeological conferences, you can just sneak in and say, hey, I'm a student or whatever, I'd like to volunteer if I can, and smaller scale ones will let you do that.
Oh, sorry. Could you please repeat that?
Oh, just that at some archaeological conferences, you can go in there, like smaller scale ones, and just tell them that you'd like to volunteer at the event, and then they'll let you do that.
Okay.
Or we could find Helgarina and get her to use her weight and get us in there.
I also have a charm person spell if that'll help.
Yeah.
Okay. So you present yourself to the guards and you say you're volunteers for this conference.
Do that.
The guards kind of look at you and they're like, we don't need volunteers. Like,
All right.
we have
I
a
quit.
union.
We could tell them that, like, hey, we work for Helgarina Rock Bottom. The Helgarina Rock Bottom.
They look at you like, we don't know who that is. Well, off the top of
Director
their
of
heads,
Moth She's
Yes.
the director of Mothamp for Clark.
they kind of shrug their shoulders and they're like, check the papers.
Papers.
So they're going through their list of papers to see who's in attendance, who's registered to attend the conference. You hear a bit of a cough behind you.
Oh my.
It's a familiar cough.
Oh my.
Actually, yes. So we're gonna give that familiar cough, and that familiar cough, is going to be. Let me pull up the picture. Yay!
Oh my goodness, my hero!
See, make sure. Okay, good. And
That's Helgarina.
My hero! The hero we don't deserve.
okay, so Helgarina shows up.
Madam?
She nods at you. It's like, oh, it's you. So how have your adventures been?
Well, we do have to give back to you.
She's like, well, this is a good chance for us to catch up. She produces some papers, some membership papers for herself, and presents them to the guards. The guards check it on the attendance list and like, thank you, Mr. Rockbottom. Thank you, Ms. Rockbottom. Thank you for your attendance and for your hard work and contributions to the field. They hand her. Let me think. They hand her a. Looks like it's a bit of what looks like rope or thread. No, a rope or twine or something. Makes a bit of a loop, and the whole thing is, I don't know, maybe a foot long. And then there's a little looks like a little like wooden plaque or medallion at the end of it. And she's like, I've got a lot of these. Takes it, sort of puts it over her head and wears it kind of like a necklace. And then she looks at you at the party and it's like, okay, well, what are you here for?
I think we're here to find you and report back and ask for recommendations for the situation we've uncovered.
Oh, the situation. Oh, okay. Well, we have plenty of archaeologists in attendance, and we'll even have Professor Wrath here, so I'm sure there'll be plenty of advice you can get from us.
A lot of
It's a lot of dwarf archaeologists, right? Dr. Wrath and all?
Yeah. Well, honestly, I don't know if Professor Wrath is a dwarf or not. I mean, I would assume as such. She's been writing for a long time.
He, not she.
She. Sorry if I said he. It says she.
Do you have a place we can talk to you about all the stuff that happened that we probably need to have a one-on-one with you about?
Yeah.
I say gruffly.
Are you gonna intimidate the guards to make them believe you?
Well, no, I'm talking to Helgarina.
Well, because you're gonna also have to convince the guards that you're with Helgarina.
Well, I mean,
Are you sweet talking her?
no.
I'll tell you what I'll do is while Dagmar's talking, because I know that Zvarn's the smooth one. While Dagmar's talking, I'm gonna sort of walk behind Zvarn so nobody can see me, and I'm gonna cast guidance on him in case he wants to do a persuasion check.
Okay.
Am I persuading them?
If
that
you
we're doing?
like.
Well, I mean, Helgarina should have enough pull that if we say that, hey, we really want to talk to you about some shit that's been going on yeah.
They didn't even know who she was.
I was gonna say that's really not gonna help us.
Oh, shit.
Well, so the thing is, though, I thought what you were doing is you wanted to tag along with her, right? You wanted to be her assistant, so to speak.
Yeah.
But you haven't actually asked her if you can be her assistant so you can attend the conference. Otherwise, she's just going to talk to you at a cafe, a local cafe, or a local class, or a nearby
that
classroom.
might be fine, too.
No, okay.
Oh, can we pull her away from the guards for a sec? Like,
Yeah, that's fine.
talk to her.
Yeah. So
Alright,
you're.
I want to chat with her, and I want to just be like, listen, we appreciate you. Wait, she didn't even know me. Does she know me? Have I met her?
No,
Hold on.
you have not. And she's like, who are you?
Okay, I'll just do like the general introduce myself, like say like they found me and
In a box.
adopted me as an insane person that they dart along with them everywhere. And
And like, she looks over at the rest of the party, kind of like tries to whisper, like, you should have left this one in C2. No.
ouch.
Okay. And then she like looks at you and like smiles politely.
Yeah, and I just want to be like, my dear friends here and I would like to get to this conference to do some investigating. You can be our ticket in. Will you help us? And
She
just be like, we'd love to be your assistants for at least this conference.
sighs. Her shoulders droop a little, and she's like, "Well, I mean, assist me with what exactly? Like, are you gonna actually be my assistants? I don't want you to be underfoot while we're having our discussions."
Well,
Would you like us out of your way or in your way?
I'll assist and I'll say, well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we have a place and sit down? We can explain to you what we found and what's been going on, and you can make that decision for yourself.
Okay. So she's still a little bit confused. Is this assistance for the short term, the long term, or for the...
Assistance for... Basically, I'm trying to assist Zvarn in persuading her to let us into the conference.
Well, hold
All
on,
right,
hold on.
Zvarn, roll
Does she?
persuasion. Oh
I
yes.
was gonna say, does she need assistance? Because I'm sure we could actually help her if she does actually need help.
Well, she's like, okay, so she's trying to get to what you're trying to get the gist of what you're asking her. So it's, you want to be in the conference, and so she's like, well, you can pay the membership and walk in there, or if you want, well, and you'll just be there as general attendees, or if you want to somehow follow me around, then you're gonna at least have to pay lip service to being my assistants or some kind of grad students or something.
Lady.
Oh, you'd like to join in this conversation?
Lady.
Is that what I'm hearing? All right, I'll let Dagmar talk for a second.
We've done a lot for the archaeological community within the last 30 plus days or so, give or take a lot.
Dagmar,
Technically, this leg has only been about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, maybe 3.
Thank you.
yeah.
Was that
Let's just chill out. Let's fill Dr. Rockbottom
Mm-hmm.
Let's fill her in on what we've discovered and let her make her own decision.
Right.
Does that sound fair to everybody?
We just want to tell you what's been going on, lady.
I'm gonna walk over to Dagmar and just place a gentle hand on Dagmar's shoulder and just be like, "Do not mess this up."
She's like, okay, fine, let's talk this over at a cafe. So
Fine.
we're gonna, let me see now. I'm gonna use, so we are going to make a bit of this map in real time. Okay, so we're gonna walk down. Let's see, we're gonna walk down the street back across the bridge, and we're gonna go down this little alley here, and we're gonna go to a little cafe in there. Actually, yeah, we'll do there, right there, little cafe. So she actually offers to pay you, offers you a round of, or to pay the bill, for, you know, some cups of coffee, cups of tea, and if you'd like, maybe a bowl of soup. A local specialty. I'm trying to think, what would be a nice specialty in the area? Let's make it clams. Clams out of the lake. Clam chowder. Chowder.
Okay, my inner New Englander just woke up.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Okay,
now-
coffee, donuts,
now-
and clam chowder. Sorry. There we go.
Now, here's a little thing for all you non-New Englanders.
Yes.
Can you name the 3 different types of clam chowder?
There's only one kind of clam chowder
There's
that
only one
matters.
kind.
No,
There are 3, but there's only one kind that matters.
I think you and I probably disagree on which one.
Oh God, why? What do you say?
Okay, please enlighten us, because I don't really eat. I don't think I've ever eaten clam chowder, honestly.
Oh, you're missing out, dude. It's absolutely delicious.
Hold on.
There are
pause.
3
Mike, which one's your favorite?
clear
Wrong.
Rhode Island style. Yeah, there's
Wrong.
clear, white,
Rhode
and
Island
red.
is wrong.
I'm sorry,
White.
Rhode Island style clam chowder. I like it
Wrong.
better. If not, then the New England chowder is better. But
White chowder.
I think we can both agree that Manhattan clam chowder is not real clam chowder.
It is abomination. Clear chowder is not that bad, but white is the
No.
correct answer.
What?
For as much
Manhattan
as
chowder is criminal.
I'm sorry, you just by saying the word clams, you set off a major internecine fight
You
between
should've
2
known
New
this was gonna
Englanders.
happen.
I was just like,
miso soup.
for all the things I've thrown at you, you're like, no, it's fine. We'll conflict resolution our way through it. I say clams and chowder, and now you're like, that's it, the party's over.
Wait, so I'm gonna tell
It's okay. It's okay, Jake. One of these days, I'll take you down to Aunt Carrie's in Narragansett for some clam cakes and some clear chowder, and we'll settle this once and for all.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
I went to
And my
Iggy's today.
treat, by the way.
I went to Iggy's today.
Oh no, Iggy's is bleh.
I know.
No.
I went there today.
You
Yeah.
guys are ruining all our sponsorship opportunities right now.
Okay.
That's okay.
You don't want to. Yeah, it's fine.
Aunt Carrie's, Narragansett, Rhode Island, right by the beach, absolutely delicious, and they make their own. They make their own pies and their own homemade cinnamon
Oh.
raisin bread.
Next
Knock,
Goblin
knock,
Town episode
sponsorship.
there.
Done.
Knock, knock.
So anyway, so I assume we're over clam chowder and donuts. We are filling in Helgarina Rock Bottom on our adventures. Correct?
Yes.
One more thing though. So there's white, there's clear. What's the third one?
Here's the third one.
There is. It's Manhattan clam
no.
chowder or red
False.
clam chowder.
Red.
Basically, all
Garbage.
clam chowder is the clear clam chowder.
the
With the white,
heck?
you add cream. With the red one, you add tomato sauce.
I've only ever seen the white one. What the heck? All right. Well,
I'll tell you that. You know what I did for my me and my wife's wedding.
yeah.
All my family was from upstate New York, and all her family was from New England. So we had appetizers at the reception of white clam chowder and New England clam chowder, and we had a little placard, one with the Yankee symbol, one with the Red Sox symbol, and a little sign that said "Pick your side."
Oh my God.
no!
Oh, crap.
Quiet at your wedding.
Yeah. Watch the chaos ensue. That's genius.
That was really fun.
I'm sure.
But anyway, so we are. Does anyone want to omit any details? For example, does anyone want to omit?
Okay, I'm gonna say something here. So, because I'm gonna go with the geographical location, we're in the mountains, so there's gonna be limited access to dairy. I'm gonna make the chowder here clear. There are cows in Clark, remember, or the Sasquatch.
No.
So then that means Clark
Stop
will
it.
be cream, will be white New England chowder.
Oh, where's the Manhattan?
Ooh.
Manhattan has tomatoes. So tomatoes, that's Central South America, tropical, semi-tropical. That's not here. We're gonna pick another spot.
We'll never go there. Wherever that is in the world you've created, we will never go there.
Oh, I'm gonna
Jacob.
railroad you there. I will railroad you there.
Okay, that just became a threat.
That's just mean. But I mean, you're gonna have to keep up, with the. You're gonna have to keep us up to date with all the local delicacies where you're from too. You have to, Anna. You're gonna have to send me some cougar cheese.
Oh gosh. I was talking about that with coworkers just the other week. And
I just realized that Goblin Town's now just an amalgamation of the different foods from the different places. we've all
yeah.
been.
I put some cosmic crisp apples in there too.
Whoa.
I don't honestly, just speaking about Southern California, I don't know if we have a specific. Oh wait, no, I take that back. If you're talking about specifically produced, like kind of unique to Southern California, my vote would be for the oranges. And the thing is, though, because this area, at least historically, is filled with orange groves. And so when I have oranges, I eat them at the peak of ripeness in the season.
Oh,
like I
that
don't.
sounds so
right.
good.
See, so they're really good. Like, if I go anywhere else, right, those oranges have to be picked a little bit green in order to last the transit time. So they're not quite as sweet as the ones that I'm used to eating. Otherwise, if you're talking about foods that are more processed, then most likely things that are Asian inspired, like Vietnamese or like Vietnamese, Thai, Chinese kind of thing, like sriracha. Sriracha is produced, or at least used to be produced, I think, in Irvine here in Southern California. There's also a lot of tofus and noodles that are actually produced here in California. So if you look at the package, you might actually see California on it if you go to like a Chinese restaurant.
You gotta have like banging Mexican and Korean food.
Well, I'd like to think so.
Yeah. Although I'll tell you though, Rhode Island is such a microcosm of unique foods. I'm gonna send everybody a Rhode Island care package for like coffee milk and hot wieners and frozen lemonade and dynamite sandwiches and bakery pizza.
Heck yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna collect all the Washington stuff, do the same.
Yeah, we got to do that at some point.
Yeah.
Oh, we could do
Goblin Town anniversary.
we could do one of those traveling care boxes.
I love how everybody who's watching the stream right now is like, what happened to D&D?
This is more
became a food
important.
stream.
Yeah.
Okay,
Welcome
so
to the
Welcome
cooking
to the
channel.
cooking channel.
so you're enjoying. Okay. I can't say it, so I want you. So Michael, please say the magic words "clam chowder" in a proper New England accent for us.
Clam chowder.
There you go.
Clam chowder.
So over a hot steaming bowl of clam chowder, and coffee and donuts, you regale your tales of the Mesa to Helgarine Rock Bottom. Now, what do you omit, if anything, from your
We
story.
didn't kill anybody. We did not kill anybody. Nobody died.
That was actually a really good call. Not to doubt your calls. I'm like literally saying like that was a really good first thing to say like right off the bat. Everybody that we encountered is still alive.
Did you say it like that? You're like, we did all this stuff and yet we killed nobody. Everybody we met is still alive. Wait, did you actually explain that you met Moo's crew?
I think we should. I'd assume that we could retcon this, and this could be a discussion we could have ahead of time before we met Helgarina. But
Well,
we'll want to let her know that there are looters up there that have connections to the warlord, Janera's brother.
And we did actually. I believe at the campsite after we killed Moo and Aetheri walked back to us, we did talk and say like we're not going to mention this ever again. Especially like we're not going to tell anybody that this happened. So.
Do you
So
actually...
we definitely tell her about Moo's crew, but not about the
Yeah.
killing.
Okay,
Yeah.
now do you explain each of the individuals in Moo's crew? And
Where's
Fred and
Whistle?
Gale?
Where's Whistle? Oh, did Whistle stay behind at the dig site?
Whistle
took off.
She took off.
Shit, I didn't get that
Yeah.
far. Okay.
We forgot to mention that earlier. She's
Okay.
gone.
Ran off. Okay.
She gone.
All right. Yeah, I think we could. I think we could at least mention Moo. And then, if Helgarina asks for more details about the group, if Moo wasn't already recognizable enough, then we could mention other names and other descriptions of people. Because those guys are all alive anyway.
Mostly.
Unless you guys think, and here, this could be a retcon, unless you guys think that they'd be brought in for questioning, in which case, who'd know that we killed Moo?
Well, the only person who
Whistle.
the only person who might know is Whistle, but I purposely walked her away, so no one actually saw it.
Well, then, fair, yeah, so we're in the clear. We can let her know
We're in the
things.
clear until
Yeah, but we
others
also
find
we should
out
also
that they
let her
were there.
know about the cursed metal artifacts that were unearthed by
Yeah.
Professor Zuxchinwu
Mm,
Guskaba.
Yeah.
Okay, so you explained to her the professor, you explained to her Fred, you explained Gale, you explained Moo's crew, and you described each of the individuals. You also describe the site, the artifacts, and the dinosaur. Now the last thing is, do you explain how you split up from Moo's crew?
I don't see why not.
So you chased them down the mesa, you caught up to them, and then they just ran away? Or how did you interrogated them?
Well, we can tell them the truth. We can tell her the truth. We engaged in battle and they ran away.
So then
Yeah.
We don't tell them that they didn't all get away.
but you captured and kept her with you, and that's the only person you interrogated. Moo got away?
Is this
Yeah.
Helgarina asking this, or
Well, this is because this is partially Helgarina talking and me talking as the game master to make sure you get the story straight. Because the thing is, though, if you say you interrogated Moo, but Moo's not with you, and so what happened to Moo now?
We rescued our friend. We had a fight. There were some injuries, and we parted ways. We both ran in opposite directions.
Whoever makes that, okay, if that's the story you're going with, somebody please make a deception check.
Let's keep talking this out, guys. I don't know if that's the best one.
I'm I'm just looking at the ground.
I'm saying that exact thing that she just said. I'm saying it. I'm saying it out loud right to Helgarina because I just rolled a 25 for deception.
Yes, we'll take it. That's exactly what happened.
Okay, I'm gonna assume she believed it. She looks at you funny, but she's like, "You guys are weird anyway." I guess that's true.
We'll say that I said it because nobody thinks I'm not weird.
So she's like, "Okay, thank you for bringing this to my attention. Now you do realize I have limited jurisdiction. I'm here at the conference as a guest. I have no power, no authority within the vicinity of Oak Ridge or the Mesa. I can
Yes, we're very much aware of that, and that's why we wanted to bring this concern to you, because, citizens in Clarg are being affected by these cursed artifacts, and at least 2 people have died, and another one nearly died, and if we don't find a way to stop the traffic of these artifacts into Clarg, then more people could be at risk. So I guess our question to you is, given the limited jurisdiction that you have and that we have, what can we do to stop this from happening again?
Well, I have the greatest amount of sway with the mayor of Clarg, so I'll talk with her and see how much she can throw her weight around. That means we're going to have to inspect everything that comes in, everything by road and by river, and we'll have to go up and down the shops. But I'm still not sure how to identify any of these things. Like these things that you're talking about, people dying. This is the first I've heard of it. So I'm still not sure how to identify these artifacts that you speak of.
Well, Madam Antiquarium Moss lady person, I think you should devote a research team to look into this, and also, the antiquarium officer of Oak Ridge, this person if there is one. I feel like you should be letting them know as well, for them to handle in these parts as well.
Yes.
Kind of our hope.
And all of these artifacts do have something in common. They're all made of this particular metal.
Mm-hmm.
And we described all of the artifacts to her and described the very sort of uniqueness of the metal and the metal room that we found everything in.
Okay.
Yeah, look at my friend's head here. Same metal.
Is it the same metal?
It is the same metal.
Yeah.
Look at it. Look at it. Pointing at Janera.
She
Are you
looks
gonna
kind of.
try and rip it off my head again?
She looks puzzled. Like it's cursed. It's a cursed artifact. It's a cursed object, and you have it on your head.
Yeah.
Our friend is cursed.
Yeah.
How did you come by this artifact?
I found it when I was a kid.
Okay. So, did you find it large as a kid, or did it start small, or your head hasn't grown at all?
The important questions.
Oh my god.
We're gonna assume it's as magical it grew with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna say.
The
But it
reason why
changes
she doesn't have
sizes.
any hair.
She like squeezed her scalp so hard she lost all her hair.
Aw.
That's the curse. That's the curse. It's a curse of hair loss.
Yep. I shave my head because I have patterned balding.
So you've just got like a ring of hair trying to grow in directly underneath the circlet, but then nowhere else.
I am a monk.
Shit.
Okay. All right. So when you say dedicate a research team to this, she chuckles a little bit and like, have you seen my budget? She sighs.
Use grad
I
students.
feel that one in my bone.
I was gonna say, I was like, that one might hit a little too close to home to a few people here.
This whole session is gonna be very triggering. And like I said, it's gonna get better, and by that I mean worse.
You gotta have some students lying around somewhere. Use them. Work with the universities and shit.
She's like, I'm not
Daryl's
a
like, this
university.
is gonna get better for me.
I'm not a professor. I work in a government office. We don't we have limited internships. But we'll see what we can
that
do.
one really gets close to home.
Right.
I just cringed.
It's a knife in my heart.
Yeah. Gonna drop this one now.
Okay, so this is your opportunity, guys. This is your opportunity to have a little bit of fantasy escapism. Find the money however you can, and I want you to fund everybody's projects here in Clark and Oak Ridge.
Oh my god.
What?
Okay, let's
so
go.
we can do some good old-fashioned, real like D&D stuff, and
You're just like, screw it, let's go kill a dragon and steal his hoard.
yeah,
Yeah.
No,
at
that's
level
actually a
4,
good idea.
yeah.
Or, like, go steal from some 1%ers.
Yo, hold on. No, I like that idea better. Technically,
Let's
if dragons have entire hordes, they are indeed 1%ers, so I
This
don't want to.
This is true.
I mean, you can't tell me I'm wrong.
We can go find the D&D equivalent of Jeff Bezos and go steal from them.
No comment.
Or
For
Elon
legal
Musk.
reasons. Better answer.
He's listening.
You're all listening. Let's be real.
By the way, again, this is outside of the game, but you might love this. Have you seen the new trailer for they're bringing back Kids in the Hall?
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they're bringing back Kids in the Hall, the Canadian sketch group, and as soon as it's premiering on Amazon Prime, and one of the actors is asking a producer, is like, so we're back again. Who's our usual? Is it our usual sponsor, Satan? And he says, no, Amazon, but close enough.
Sweet. Oh my god.
I can only make so many comments for legal reasons.
Right?
Um,
I was joking.
Oh shit.
okay, so she says that she'll talk with whatever government offices she can here in Oak Ridge, but she's not as familiar with them. And she knows that it's structured differently than Clark. Because here in Oak Ridge, they are more open to the buying and selling and commerce of artifacts. It's a large part of their economy.
Cringe.
So she'll have limited success, but if the danger that you speak of is true, they might also want to secure it, to keep their supply of artifacts safe, so to speak. They don't want to kill the golden goose, so to speak. Or, no, let's say the golden... I'm going to say the golden chicken, golden hen, or the golden dinosaur. Yeah, the dinosaur that laid the golden egg. There we go.
Oh my god.
I loved watching that roller coaster you just went on there, Daryl.
Okay. So, that's been explained. She's more or less on board with what you're asking for. Now, are you going to ask her about the conference? So are you going to go accompany her into the conference, or are you going to sneak in on it by yourself? How are you going to approach this now?
If it's going to be a project, I'll just pay to go in. But I'd like to go in with her.
Well, just as a recap, other than to kind of see what this Dr. Wrath is everyone keeps talking about, is there any other reason for us to be there?
Probably not.
Daryl's just like,
I'd like to.
Look,
Find out
DMs
who's
go
wrong.
by the life motto of F around and find out.
What were you saying, a theory?
Also, if Dr. Wrath is powerful enough to be able to hold sway and make some of these changes that we need to make to
Yeah.
protect people from these artifacts, they can be
Okay.
persuaded to do that. It seems like they hold a lot of sway here.
Okay, that's a good point. All right. Then,
Yeah, I was
then
going to echo that, what Michael said.
okay.
Gretel said.
Let's do that then. All right.
Also write down. Just real quick. What is everybody's? I guess I can look it up myself. But what's everyone's passive perception?
Mm.
I hate when the DM asks that.
Yeah.
Passive
Two?
perception is a 13
Oh, I see.
on the left side.
I understand
have-
that now.
I have passive 12.
So my passive perception is 21.
Okay.
Use me?
I have the observant feat.
There you go.
Let's just go with like 30 for mine.
So what is it, like 8?
Oh, I see it now. It's 12.
Yeah, mine's 12 as well.
Okay. So all right. Anyways, so so she's like, if you ask her, like, well, if you ask her that if you can just tag along with her, then she says it's fine. So that she'll be your guide through the conference.
Excellent.
We
But
do enough for her.
well, but she says like, but if you're gonna be with me, then you need to behave. You can't be making a ruckus, and you can't be making you can't like make a fool of yourselves there.
Like she knows us.
As soon as she says the word ruckus, I sort of like give a side eye to Dagmar.
Hey! Hey!
No, I'm not actually like I'm like literally. I just sort of look towards Dagmar with her eyes, with my eyes a
Truthfully-
little bit. That's all.
Truthfully, I don't even notice because I'm doing the same thing to Zavarin.
And I'm doing
So,
nothing.
one thing I will sort of mention that was a little bit of a concern to me, and I will basically mention the kind of obviously implicit at the border of being explicit racism on the part of the dwarves in the tavern.
Yeah, what the hell was that about?
Wait, about the being dwarves or about the goblins?
With the
About
racism.
the goblins, about
Towards
them
the goblins.
basically being very the idea of, oh, goblins have never really produced anything worth studying.
Well, and then she explains like there's just not a lot of literature on goblin culture. To be honest, there's like she's not familiar with anything. So it's if they're not familiar with it, it's probably because no one's done it.
But again, just because no one studied it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. I'm standing here as living proof of goblin culture. So saying that, I mean, essentially they were just saying to my face that my culture was inferior.
Again, she's just sort of looking at you, and then right, like she kind of scratches her. I'm scratching my head actually, but she's scratching her beard. And then she's like, well, I mean, like she's like looks you up and down, and she's like, but well, you're also a product of modern culture, right? These most of them are really interested in things that are really old, right? And so, I mean, what goblin cities or things that you have that can go back that far, hundreds or centuries or thousands of years?
Well, didn't she just hear us explain what we found in the mesa? That
But
disproves
that wasn't a goblin culture. That was a human culture.
Oh, it was
And
human. Okay.
quite frankly, knowing what that human culture was about and all that creepy ass shit that we found, I am not particularly interested in that being representative of goblin culture either.
Right. Okay.
I say in Gretel's voice because I'm too tired to actually do it at the moment.
Yeah.
No worries.
So she's like so she's like I understand, right, that I don't understand everything about goblin culture, or I don't understand much of anything, honestly. She's just like most of my exposure is whatever happens in in Goblin Town, frankly. Goblin Town it's a neighborhood in Clark. It's a little bit. I guess it's not meeting someone's expectations. You maybe should talk to Professor. You should probably talk to Professor Zixwoodsurk P.
Yes, we've met.
Fedkaba.
Yes, we've met.
Bless you.
We've talked so much that there's literally not a single conversation left on this planet that we could talk to that person again about.
Well, he's
Which person?
Professor Zixwoodsurk P. Anumlikjig Fedkaba is
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
is the leading authority on Goblin studies, which is to say, the only authority on Goblin studies. So, if you want to spread the word, as it were, you're gonna have to work with him.
Rattle, this seems like something you could pursue.
No, I'm not particularly a very studious individual. This is one of the reasons why I actually prefer the wilds to what people mistakenly call civilized life.
Dutch.
Okay, then. So,
I mean, call me crazy. I've had plenty of beasts and animals and monsters try to eat me. I've never had any of them do a racism.
That you know of, since I picked up my animal speaking.
I'm gonna do this now. I'm gonna have monsters try to eat each of you, and when they come to Gradal and they see that he's a goblin, they'll turn their heads and turn up their nose at Gradal and then try to eat the other party members.
My God.
Gag.
Really don't do that. I mean, we've been dealing with this tangentially, but still a very, very touchy subject. Although it might be a good topic for a what is it? Digging Goblin Town, when we discuss some of the underlying anthropological and archaeological issues of the stream.
Yes, if you guys will come to Goblin Town. I've been so lonely for this past months.
Did you guys see that tweet I posted?
Yes.
Heck yeah.
So have I, but it's been really hard for me to do this, guys. I'm afraid when I just couldn't. I was in a situation where I couldn't breathe,
Yeah.
or I couldn't talk for more than like a half an hour without my chest being on fire.
Yeah.
No, I don't blame you. Nobody blames you. I'm just ribbing you, elbowing you.
No, that's fine.
Which we're gonna do this next week, right? No, I'm kidding. Okay, we'll set it for the next one for 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whenever it is. We can set the next one. Anyways, so are you going to again? So we're coming around to you're going to join her in the conference. You are. I assume you're just gonna follow after her, like little ducklings after their the mother duck, or
Yes, 100%.
okay. She shakes each of your hands and she's like, well, I guess you're my interns for the day, or for the conference. Meet back here. She pulls out a piece of paper. It's folded. And she pulls it out and looks at a timetable. And she's like, the conference will start tomorrow at this time. So so go ahead and come meet me at the front gate at that time. So she kind of hands you or she sort of motions to you the pamphlet. It's like, do you want to keep this or shall I?
Keep it.
Okay, so you guys get the you now have a conference pamphlet. I'm trying to think what would it be? Conference schedule. Put that in your inventory.
A preliminary agenda.
There we go. The conference agenda. She has nothing else particularly planned for the day. So she was just gonna play the tourist here in Oak Ridge. She says you're welcome to follow her, but otherwise we would just time skip to the next day. If you would like.
I'd like to be able to have a discussion with my fellow adventurers here. Are we sure? I mean, it'd be nice to see if Wrath could help us with the artifacts. But I don't know. I'm not going to lie. I was really, really uncomfortable around those dwarves. They were
I don't know
really
if she's a
sort of.
dwarf.
But no. I mean, the dwarven archaeologists at the tavern. Because first they were very condescending, and then they were treating me like some sort of specimen. It was the whole thing was just yucky.
That's reasonable.
You can put all the maple syrup in the world in my sleeping bag, but I'm still gonna care about you, buddy. And that was uncalled for. So,
Thanks, Dagmar. I really do appreciate that. And I mean what I said. Feel free to do it just a prank and get. I mean, it's just good-natured ribbon is all it is.
yeah, don't check your bag until later.
Will do.
Well, what should we do? We could, we could go in there, and if they should say anything, we can smack them down, but,
That wouldn't serve our cause very well, though.
no, it wouldn't. And we're just a small minority of no-names.
Reputation.
Yeah, and we don't want to, we don't want Gretel to have to walk back into that. But I do want to meet Professor Raff.
I can take it.
I do want to meet Professor Raff.
Yeah, and I can take it. It'll be fine.
I mean, I'm all fine with boycotting the conference.
Oh God!
Wait.
Again, too real. It feels too much like SAAs.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, we
No,
didn't really like their...
Go back to SAAs after 2019, and then again in 2020.
Oh God, don't go there.
God, the presentations they put on last year, and then what with their mask mandate at this year, and blah 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 blah. Frickin' the Oak Ridge conferences.
Is Dagmar against masks? Hold on.
But
Oh God!
we-
Please don't tell me Dagmar is an anti-masker.
we just need
Dagmar
to
endorse masks, but also feels like she can't breathe in them.
get in there, find Dr. Wrath, hopefully talk with her a little bit, and then we don't have to be there the whole time. And chances are, maybe we can find some goblin archaeologists other than Dr. Words.
Dr. Letters.
Yeah,
Doc-
Dr. Letters. Yeah, like maybe we could find some other ones. Who knows? But we don't have to be there long, and we just need to get in and get out.
Mm-hmm.
Warn some people and then go on our way.
Okay. Okay, so I assume then you're gonna Helgarina rock bottom, pushes back her chair, stands up, pays the bill for the meal for all of you.
Thank you. It's very kind of you.
Waves you
I
goodbye,
like her.
and then trots off. I kind of want to make a joke here, a butt joke.
No,
Do it.
Yeah.
no more. I'm saying this, and I'm gonna wait for Helgarina Rockbottom to leave, and I'm gonna say this to all my fellow adventurers. I'm gonna say I'm never making another joke about her last name ever again. She was very, very kind and very nice.
Well, the joke I was going to make is that since she's wearing tights, you can see that she works out and that she really works on her glutes a lot. She really is rock
She had
bottom.
to get the name
God.
somewhere.
Okay.
Hmm.
Bump. So, anyways, she walks off. I'm guessing you're gonna sit there at the cafe, sort of discussing things, and enjoying your clam chowder, clear clam chowder. Um,
Thank you.
I'm gonna ask you about your coffees. Do how many sugars, how many creams?
Tea black.
Okay, and of course your donuts are owl bear claws. The
Hey.
uh, do you spend the rest of the day there, or is there anything else specifically you'd like to do before the conference actually starts?
The conference starting within today's time period, or are we going
The
to long
next day.
rest?
The next day.
So
You've
that will
already
be a
had a long
stopping
rest. You
point.
had a long rest at the tavern.
Right, well, then a short rest, because that would be a natural stopping point, wouldn't it?
Well, you don't worry about resting right now. You're not fighting anybody.
Oh, okay, that's fine. No, that's fine.
Yeah, like unless you want to fight the archaeologists, you may.
I mean, give me
Yeah, I'm
like
just
10
thinking
minutes to
about-
figure out if I want to do that or not.
No, I'm just thinking about like if it's another night before the conference, about switching up my spells from like combat heavy to like social heavy with like more like charm person and those kind of things.
Yeah, sure.
Things that would be useful in a more
So I do want to stop really quick, but I want to leave on a certain note. So, is there anything specific you want to do before the conference? Otherwise, I'm just going to start the conference. Because I want to leave on the description first. Or last, sorry.
nothing for me. I say go for it.
All right then. You enjoy the time here in Oak Ridge. The roofs are covered in snow. You see street workers shoveling the snow out of the way. I forgot to mention that. Uh, so the warm food does go down very nicely. The next day rolls around, and you come to the conference. Make sure to pay your 4 silver for your membership at the door. Um, you Pellegrina meets you there at the prescribed time, and you follow her in. You walk you walk into the courtyard, and there are large buildings that sort of connect. There are They connect, but you can see that they're connected with breezeways over the top, so that you can walk under the breezeways outside of the main courtyard to other facilities or outside the university area. She leads you into a lecture hall, or what looks like a larger lecture hall. Um, and you see that a lot of a lot of archaeologists. We're talking like 80-90% dwarves there. 80-90% dwarves there. But there's a smattering of elves and humans there. Let's see. I'm gonna send Radal a message. Okay, so there's a lot of talking. There is a lot of noise. Um, uh, but there is l- yeah. There's a lot of noise going to the hallway.
Da, 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 da.
And they're very, very excited.
So
And people are sort of walking through. Go ahead.
So I'll call everybody over to the portrait and say,
Well, describe
This is-
it, Gradal. You need to.
could you come over here to near the entrance to the lecture hall? Guys,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
check out this portrait. And you see a portrait of a human woman, like, seems to be like very, very old. The like an old painting, like almost like a fresco, like easily over 100 years old. And I pull back the curtain and it reveals the name Jennifer Rath.
Oh.
Oh,
Over 1,000 years old.
over
Like a fresco,
1,000
over
years
1,000
old.
years old,
That'll be helpful.
easily. This is either a descendant. This is either a descendant, or this human lady has found a way to live a lot
I think you cut out there.
longer than the usual human. No, I said a
Like-
lot. Oh, I held the I lot.
Yeah.
Huh.
Possibly a cursed item.
All right,
Hmm.
and we'll end it
Huh.
there. Thank you, everybody, for coming
The
to
heck?
Goblin Town.
And I'll want to ask what the
Yeah.
woman looks like too.
Oh, okay. So
In the,
what happens is Gradle pulls you over to the side. So, as sort of typical at a university, they often have portraits of what seem to be like the founders, and they're at the entrances of some of the halls. And so this is what you're seeing. There is a portrait. That's this dusty portrait, kind of off in the corner, half covered by a curtain. It doesn't, like, they're not purposely hiding it. It's just, it's a kind of forgotten corner of the lecture hall. And there seems to be a portrait of a woman there, and it kind of postured like the Mona Lisa, just a sort of faint smile, looking directly at the viewer, sort of hands on arms touching. She looks, relatively young, like maybe early 30s. Dark hair, rather a pretty face, but it looks quite clear that she's some sort of professor, some sort of academic of some kind.
if we're ending when we start a new session, we might want to, if we're right by Helgarina Brockbottom, we might want to pull her over and ask if this is Jennifer Rath, who is Dr. Rath, or a descendant of hers.
Ancestor.
Ancestor of hers.
That's a weird time thing.
Okay.
And then when you ask her, like, Helgarina, like, kind of shrugs her shoulders and is like, honestly, I've read her writings a lot, but I've never seen her. I do not know what she looks like.
Mm.
I mean, everybody was under the assumption that she was a dwarf. So,
Sorry, what is she? Is she a human?
Yeah,
or-
she's a human.
she's a human. Which is
Sus.
why her age is so, like,
Sus.
weird.
Mm-hmm.
Very sus.
Well, they all
Forever.
said that she'd be here, so we'll hopefully meet her next session.
Da, 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 da.
I want some chowder now.
Thank you for
Oh.
listening to Goblin Town.
Thank you.
On that
Everybody.
note,
Okay.
I'm telling you, Anna, I'm gonna send everybody, all my fellow adventurers, like at some point, a full Rhode Island basket. I'm sure half the things I mentioned you didn't even know what they are.
Nope.
It's such a microcosm. So I'd say if there's one that everybody would, outside of Rhode Island, would instantly love, it's probably coffee milk.
Huh.
Not
Imagine
milk
the-
coffee.
Imagine the exact same thing as chocolate milk, only instead of
Yeah.
a chocolate syrup, it's coffee flavored syrup.
oh.
That sounds like it
It's
could be
so for me.
good,
Sounds
but
amazing.
You either
yeah.
like it or you don't. It's not really like a middle ground thing.
Mm. I'm looking forward to that. I need to research what our Washington delicacies are.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. I'm ending the stream here. Thank
right,
you.
thanks.
You already
Thanks,
ended the
everyone.
stream.